I think the first thing.
Then they see me on the street and don't speak. Heard niggas dropping songs every week, but they weak. Yeah, I heard about your deal, hope they keep the receipt. Heard niggas out there saying I would be Memphis Bleak. Well, how you feel when they got meals and you sit and comment and discussing on how you feel about another nigga shit or another nigga chips? Meanwhile, I'm on the strip, putting with your bitch. Nigga in the zone. Songs that I made in my bedroom and shit. We'll finally get a nigga leg.
Give me one sec. I just realized how to change the song because the copyright that motherfucker. How to switch that motherfucker right quick. Give me 1 second though. Hold on.
Closets barely had no clothes enough. So you throw my niggas in hoopies, bet we still bag hoes enough. These niggas get a heart and soul to them. I wonder if they know we dove in them. Ass fat, so I pinch her like a Doberman. Run up on a politicking like he Foberman. What's your name? Where you from?
Hey, by the way, Z, if you in here, I ain't gonna lie, that shit about gambling, bro, that should be tough. Hold on. Alright, here we go. I just had to get this posted in the Discord right quick. You know how we do. You know how that shit get rolling, but let me see right quick. I don't think I got anything in the Discord to peep, but what we do got to peep though is Jordan Poole. Like I told y'all last stream, bro. I told y'all I was like, I got a couple ideas I want to do this week. Jordan Poole is one of those ideas, and so I was like, let me see why he's playing so ass, right? Let me see why Jordan Poole is playing at a level where as though I anticipated with his talent level. With what we've seen out of him in terms of talent, he could be able to get 25 points a game, but he isn't, right? Because the talent's there, but the IQ isn't there. You know, the ability to know how to attack, to be able to score that many points, and to be that level of an option isn't there, and he's not aware. You know, there have been glimpses, in a sense, for a few games where he's had like 25, maybe 30 or some shit like that throughout the season. Of course, you probably haven't heard of it because you only see the lowlights, right? But outside of that, or included in that, like he in those games, he's still inefficient, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you scoring 30, but you're 40% from the field. Like, that should be ridiculous to me. But what the games I watched, right? The games I watched was the most recent game against Detroit. I watched that game against Detroit, and then I watched their game against the Knicks. The reason I watched the game against the Knicks and the game against Detroit is because Detroit is absolute dog shit, right? They're a bottom 10 defense, and then the Knicks are like a top 5, top 10, or like top 6 defense, or some shit like that. So I was like, all right, let me see teams that are on both sides of the spectrum, right? In terms of what you're going against to be able to score. And let me see why he's still playing bad and see the habits that lie within that side and that still lie within the other side. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how bad the other team is. And I boiled it down to there's multiple concepts within the course of the video, of course, the clips that I got. But there's a few things that you're going to see that lie within that are habits. And that aren't anything that have to do with defenses and like, oh, it's just complete. They're making it super tough for him. He's the first option. They're taking this away. They're taking that away. It's more so he's taking shit away from himself instead of allowing himself to do certain things and put himself in better positions. And so ultimately, when it comes down to Jordan Poole in terms of what he's doing, I'm like, all this is shit is self-inflicted. This has nothing to do with, oh, the defenses are doing this to him, or they're doing that to him, or they're doing this to him, they're doing that to him. It's just like there's certain shit as to which he's skipping, especially on the offensive side, and like his mind frame and his approach at times as well going offensively. Like, you don't know necessarily what's going through his brain, but you can see it through his actions, right? You can see, especially at times, his lack of presence, right? The lack of presence now prevents you from being able to make reads in the moment, right? And if you're not able to make reads, now a lot of things as to what you're doing, since you're not present, you're trying to think too far ahead, right? You're thinking about variables that have yet to even occur, and now you're going to do something that doesn't follow suit with what's going on in front of you. So he may do some shit like where he does a crazy ass, weird ass combo, but the combo leads him nowhere. because that combo shouldn't have been used at that point in time, right? Instead of making the read and allowing yourself to kind of just flow, right, just off of instinct, I feel as though he lacks that presence and is trying to be too many steps ahead, right? But he's too many steps ahead in the wrong parts. There's times where you can't be steps ahead, right? Like when you're reading coverages, like a pick and roll maybe, or handoff, or some shit like that, pin downs, where you're going off where you have a certain look and you know how the defense is going to guard you. You can be steps ahead in terms of that and how you're going to navigate around that. But in terms of like, what am I going to do, like at this point in time when this defender's right here, and you know you're unsure of what the defender's actually going to do. That's when you can't really predetermine something. So something like an isolation, you can't try to go into ISO and think, oh, I'm gonna do this move at this time, not even regarding for what the defensive player is gonna guard you and what they're gonna take away, where they're gonna lead you, little shit like that. And so, in terms of Jordan Poole, I'm about to just kind of lay just everything out that I saw, and I know for a fact that you're probably gonna see that same shit in damn near every game that as to which they play. And so he also had a game where he had 24, 26, and 30 in like 3 straight, but they're all inefficient as well. So like he has some good games, but there's a lot of like low level games, like 10 points or like 8 points against the Pistons. Like that's unacceptable, right? Then you play the Knicks, and then even when you play the Knicks, like the same habits, like I was saying before, carry over, right? Has nothing to do with the defense. It has something to do with him. Once he's able to make those certain adjustments, then I'm like, okay, he could be in that 23, 24 range, and then you continuously learn, then that's when that number begins to go up. So we're gonna see how it progresses through. We're gonna see how better he gets in time. But for now though, I gotta mention this too. I had some picks on Underdog Fantasy yesterday, right? Had 5 picks, $10 down. That means times 20. 4 picks got correct. I had Luka, I believe. I had Luka over like 39.5 points of rebounds. I had Bam on some like 28.5 points, rebounds, assists. It was one of the sales. I had that. I also had Damian Lillard over 26.5 points. I also had Sabonis under 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And then this last one, I had Jalen Green over 20.5 points. That's where I fucked up. I ain't gonna lie, I fucked up. Why? This has now told me like, do not put your money on inconsistent teams like this. You only could like the perspective as to which I have on like when it comes down to betting. Like Zia put this in the off-stream chat. I don't know if some of y'all peeped it, but he had put in the off-stream chat. He was like, fuck. Oh, I hate gambling on sports.
Fun guy, what's up, baby?
What it do,
Hey,
baby?
Crunk House Fitness TV.
You
Appreciate
know.
that sub. That's 6,800 right there. And we about to get to the Jordan Poole breakdown soon. I don't want to waste too much time. But what Z was saying though in the off-stream chat, he was like, "All right, I hate gambling. I hate sports betting, but there's a way as to which you could go about it, right? Especially for me, at least how I see it. You have to have a level of IQ to the game and understand matchups and just understand players." And also you have to have a good instinct, right, for things. Because what usually happens is that, say you got a higher or lower, and then you see that number, and then something tells you higher, right? And you should go with that higher, right? Because not only have you analyzed, like, to an extent as to the matchup, you also have that feeling like, all right, I got to go with this. A lot of people have trouble trusting their gut. The reason as to why they can't usually trust their gut is because their gut not clean enough for them to be able to even trust that instinct and that sixth sense, right? But for me, I feel as when it comes down to making those decisions, I'm like, all right, I just got to go with it, right? I just got to go with it. Make that decision. Boom, make that pick. Let me go with the higher. Because the more you think about it, the more you begin to realize this shit is 50-50, right? You think it's 50-50, but the first idea that you had in mind, the first reason you had in mind is usually the right one. But then you begin to second guess, and then you choose the other one just because you see that 50-50 going on. And so when it came down to little shit like that, when it was Luka, I'm like, damn, 39.5, that's a high-ass output. 39.5, I was like, okay, 39.5. I know Luka's gonna do his shit. Fuck it, I'm not gonna overthink it. He does it. Luka does his thing. Everybody else is practically role players except for Kyrie. Where I'm like, all right, let me trust that. Boom, put that down. Dame versus Miami at Miami. No Jimmy. 26.5. Yeah, he getting 26.5. Boom, went with that. Sabonis, I just seen 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists. That means 20, 10, and 10. I was like, no, that's not happening. Lower. Boom, got that. Bam, that was a sale. Easy, higher, got that. Then Jalen Green was the one where I was like, I was uncomfortable making that pick on the fact that the Houston Rockets aren't a team I usually bet on. And a player like Jalen Green, as we've seen over the years, he hasn't been a consistent player. So that's one thing I'm also going to refrain from doing in the future. A lot of people bet, a lot of people gamble, and then never learn from their mistakes. Me, on the other hand, I'm going to learn from every shit that I do. I'm going to see, okay, why did I make this pick? What made me hesitate? What made me pick this over that? And I'm not too pressed on that decision. On the fact that had I not made that pick on Jalen Green, I would have went with DeMar DeRozan over 21.5 points. DeMar DeRozan had 19 points last night. Or I would have went with De'Aaron Fox over 29 points flat. De'Aaron Fox had 29 points flat. That shit really be like some Back to the Future timeline, fucking time machine shit they be having going on. I don't know how they get them flat picks right so often. Like, that shit is ridiculous. Like, what the hell? Like, I know it's average and shit, but like, how the hell do they get that shit so often? So like, I'm not pressed because the two options I had, one of them would have been a tie. Right, it would have went even, and then that would have low-key hurt even more. And the second one that I had with DeMar DeRozan, he only had 19. Right, they got destroyed by the Celtics by like 30, 35 or some shit. I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't have got this. I just would have had a 4 or 5. But the other one I really low-key be going to, just peep Clint Capella. Clint Capella is one that I usually look at, like for on underdog at least, half a steal, half a turnover. Peep that. That done got me some wins a few times. That Clint Capella, half a steal. Oh yeah, low. I'd be going low on that shit, depending on the matchup and depending on the team. I'm like, all right, who are they playing? Are they playing the Celtics? All right, under. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll do some shit like that usually, depending on the matchup. So I could have went with that again, but I looked at this past game and I was like, 2 steals this game, a turnover, and then 1 turnover, no steals, and 1 steal. I was like, and then I forgot who they were playing. I just didn't trust it. I think it was like Cleveland or some shit. I didn't trust that shit entirely. So, boom. Jalen Green low-key sold my shit. Nigga, he scored 10 points. 10 points. Yeah, bro, it was 10 points. It was 10 points. I got to try to make some picks today. I'm going to see what I can do. But if not, we're still going to keep shit pushing. And then also, another thing I want to talk about before we even get into this breakdown. I had a workout this morning. And a lot of y'all, when it comes down to basketball workouts, right? A lot of y'all, I feel as though for a lot of players in general, when it comes down to basketball workouts, one thing as to which stops people from being able to maximize a workout is not knowing what's best for them and how they need a workout, right? Because for me, for example, let me kind of break it down. You kind of didn't understand how I said the first time, but for me, for example, sometimes I may need to have a super detailed, structured, and there's something I know I want to improve. And so I'm gonna create an action plan that does not just go over the course of one workout. It goes over the span of multiple weeks, right? To where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna work on this skill, then I'm gonna kind of progress through like this, and I'm gonna get this many reps up, right? And the reps part is another part of it. People don't want to put so many reps up because it gets boring. But if you learn how to just love shooting and just little skills and just the simple attempts each and every time, it doesn't get boring. I promise you. That should be fun to me, at least. I'll shoot the same shot goddamn 500 times or like 300 times, and it doesn't get boring. I'm just going about it. That should be fun to me. You should do Anthony Edwards someday.
What?
I ain't gonna lie. Hold on.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That was kind of pause, Mike. But look. I'm going to do an Anthony Edwards breakdown one of these days, okay? Let me put it like that. Just be looking a little weird in chat sometimes, you know? But Anthony Edwards breakdown for sure going to happen. It just depends upon... He needs to have one of them games and be one of them... He needs to have one of them games for me to be like, oh, yeah, most def got to peep that. Because I also you got to take into account, I'm going to end up posting on YouTube and what do people want to see. Because I do. Y'all may not think I do not take into account the type of shit y'all want to see. But I do take that shit into account. Because, like, if y'all see a person have a really big game, it's like, okay, I'm going to go and watch that. But the only reason look, the one person though I low-key did skip was Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson had 35 against Clippers, right? And DeAndre Jordan had 21. That was probably just frying them in the pick and roll. They probably, the Clippers don't really know their defense at this point in time, right? With Harden and coming in and shit, Harden not really playing defense. And even, you know what's funny about that shit too, right? Seeing Harden play defense and trying to give effort is low-key funny to me. I'm like, wait. Like, I just seen this shit one time. I low-key laughed for a second. I was like, did I just see Harden fight over the top of a screen? I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, when was the last time I seen this? This shit was like Oklahoma. Like, I was like, when the fuck he go over screen? When does he not die on the screen? You know, I seen that shit. I was like, what the hell is going on? But yeah, they probably don't know how they want to guard little shit like that. But you put Harden and Zubac in a pick and roll, it's gonna be tough. And so like, you know, but then you think, okay, he may have PG, he may have this, he may have that, but they probably even underestimated them and tried and almost played down to their level. If they didn't do that, they're like, oh, there's no Jokic, Murray, and AG. They probably would have been able to and didn't say, oh, we got this shit gonna be easy, right? This shit gonna be easy. It's gonna be cake. It's gonna be light. They didn't do that. They probably would just, you know what I'm saying, win that game easy. That's why you can't play down to your levels. Zubac is your guy. He's from your country, Z. And then what I was going to say about workouts. Let me get to what I was saying about workouts. What I was saying, remember what I said I had an action plan. I had a whole list. I had a whole little detailed list or little things, little components I want to be able to hit on each and every, like each day and like how I want to progress. And I would also track the progression through how I'm feeling in that workout. Like how easy is this shit to get off and how easy is it for me to streak up off this certain type of shot, right? So I begin to taking things like that, understanding how I need to progress through this skill for me to build this skill and add it in to be able to use it. And then of course there's another translation period to where I'll go into like just any game I play and I'll make sure I try to use this move, right? And be able to set it up. Instead of just like, you know what I'm saying? Just don't just do the move, learn how to set it up and use the move. Because that's what's really difficult. And then you'll be able to at times learn how to just throw it in whenever you just have the feel, right? So like at times I'll go in with the intention of using a move, and I know I say that's a bad thing to do, right? But how are you going to be able to manipulate yourself and what you do to manipulate the defender to be able to get into that move? That's the type of shit that I want to get to. Like that's another level beyond just premeditated moves. How could I set this up and change how the defender's guarding me from this move to actually work, right? And so that's one thing as to which I make sure I try to get through when it comes down to that. So boom. And then sometimes as well, I'm gonna get to the chat in a second. But then sometimes as well, I'll be extremely spontaneous in terms of a workout. Meaning I don't even think like the day prior. I don't even think really the morning of, because I work out at like 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30, 5:15ish a.m. And then that go about hour and a half workout, hour 15. And then sometimes I don't spend the morning thinking about it. It's not until I get into the gym and I start getting some thoughts that pop up into my brain, like, oh, you should work on this, you should work on that. Like today, it was extremely spontaneous, right? I had no clue of what I wanted to work on, but I was like, all right, let me work on my hezi, right? Let me learn how to use my hezi, because if I have a hezi and I also improve my drive, if I get somebody to boom, bite on the hezi, even freeze on the hezi, then I could be able to get myself to a position where I could have the chance to drive. But I didn't work on the drive today. I worked on being able to shoot off a hezi when they don't bite on that hezi, right? Or if they do bite, how do I have shot counters, right? Hezi, boom, sidestep, or hezi, boom, one dribble in, step back. You know what I'm saying? Little things like that. What's good, P? What's good? You said, when is season should I lower the reps for my basketball workouts? You should lower your reps according to your workload, right? So you know what I'm saying? So like if you're doing a lot of shit in terms of your high school team, like y'all doing a lot of running up and down, like you got to listen to your body as well, because although you may be able to you may be able to have a certain amount of fatigue, right? Or you may be doing the same shit as your teammate. You do the same running, playing the same amount of time. Your bodies are going to feel different ways, because you guys are operating in different vehicles, right? The vehicle being your body, right? And so what do you put into your body? How is your body structured? Your body's endurance, your durability, those are all different things, right? So you got to listen to your body and be able to say, okay, how do my legs feel right now? And how has this felt in the past? And in the past, what has this led to, right? Am I trying to play through pain, right? Am I trying to play to an extent where I just feel uncomfortable? I'm not able to play my game. Or do I just feel a little tired and sore and I just need a little warm up to get myself going, right? And so ultimately the main priority should be recovery. And that's not even just like sleep and nutrition. That's not just sleep, but it's also nutrition and hydration, right? So incorporate those factors so that you could recover better, but also listen to your body to tell yourself, all right, how long should I work out? How many reps should I get up, and what type of reps should I get up? And another thing you should do in terms of getting shots up is using isolated reps, right? I'm going to talk about that in a second. Let me read chat, but I'm going to tell you something about isolated reps to where you could be able to condense what you're doing and the type of reps that you're getting in, right? And just to be able to simply get the shots that you need and not do so much prior to and put more body stress onto your body. I just took a contrast shower for the first time. Feels great. A little contrast shower where you go completely as cold as it could get, and then hot water. Those be cool. Those be cool. I don't do those too much nowadays. When it comes down to taking a cold shower or some shit like that, depends on just how I feel. Like I don't mind doing it. I can do it what time and shit. So it don't matter. Like it depends how I feel. Sometimes I just take a regular hot shower. Sometimes I take a cold shower. Sometimes I'll take a hot shower. Then at the end I'll go cold, or I'll just do cold the whole time. Depends how I feel. How you feel about people who double team and pick up basketball runs? Well, double team and pick up basketball. I mean, you're gonna see it in the game. Like if you're getting double teamed and pick up, you probably end up getting double teamed in a game, right? And also depends on the scenario and the situation and what's going on. And so, one thing you should never get mad at a double team happening is off a ball screen or a handoff. That's a natural coverage, right? You want to get the ball out your hands right if you come off that screen. Boom, you get blitz. Got to find ways to be able to get it to your teammates and not turn the ball over. And if anything, you should be happy that players are double teaming you because one, it shows respect, right? They know you got game. Like, oh, we're willing to lose to anybody but you because we know you can score, right? So at times you should be able to take that as respect and be like, oh yeah, they understand what I could do, right? But at the same time, I know you're trying to work on your game, but understand playing at the level that you are and being that level player that you are, that is a part of your game. Getting double teamed, right? You're that good, you end up getting double teamed. You have to find your open teammates. Now you're working on passing. A lot of people think working on my game is just working on scoring, right? How could I add a new move to my bag? How could I be able to incorporate this movement, this move, that move, right? How could I be able to incorporate this shot, this step back, this side step, this hezzy pull? But don't even realize that passing is literally a part of working on your game. It's just that basketball has been built to a level where as though people don't think of passing as working on your game because people don't work on passing. They think you should just be able to naturally have the ball, boom, throw a dart. Right through a bullet pass, boom, hit somebody on right on target. Some players are able to, but then there's players who just aren't good at passing, aren't that accurate, and should work on passing, right? To the point where they're throwing these passes and they're making sure, oh, what did I do this last time, and then continuously using reflection to then build up what they're gonna do next and make it right. So like, when it comes down to that, that's another part of working on your game, that passing portion. So there ain't no really problem when it comes down to double teaming and pickup, because if you're going to see it in the game, it's really going to be a benefit to what you're going to do. Oh yeah, Pete. Augustine is Z. How you feel about the Lakers this season? Didn't Bron say they need to blow shit up or some shit like that? Didn't he say that? He was like, yeah, we got a lot of shit that you need to change or some shit like that. Well, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm D-Lo, if I'm Austin Reeves, if I'm Vanderbilt, if I'm Gabe Vincent, if I'm Rui Hachimura, if I'm those 5 players right there, I'm low-key a little scared. Right? I'm a little scared. Because the Lakers can't do any trades right now with those players because of contracts, right? I think they have to wait till like another 2-3 weeks. But once them shits pass by and the management is saying, oh, we're just trying to focus on team chemistry. We know you're just saying that right now because you can't trade nobody. The players that you want to trade, you can't trade, right? And so once that goes off, once that's done, once the trade deadline gets a little closer, and the Bulls continue to put LaVine on the market, and they're trying to get LaVine out of there because they still gonna be sucking, right? You got to make sure that, or not make sure that. When it comes down to, hold on, give me 1 second. I just realized what Z just said before. But they got to be scared because they're going to trade Zach LaVine and ship him out for something that's less, right? They're going to try to ship him out for cheap, and that's really might be what the Lakers are working towards and waiting for. Just trying to trade him out and get some shit for cheap. So we'll see how that shit turns out. We'll see how that shit go. But Lakers, it seems like they're going to make some moves. AD is still inconsistent. I don't have what you call it, the little shits in here, the commands. I need to set that shit up, but I haven't had the time to. Yeah, I would try to break. I want to. What I usually do is try to have a stream, or what I want to be able to do, have a stream where I break down other people's film, like maybe like once a month or so. So if you send it to Discord, I'll try to like peep it live or some shit like that. That's what I would usually do. So my Discord should be linked on my It should be linked on my YouTube, but if it's not linked on my YouTube somewhere, it should be either in actually right here. Let me see if I can put it in this chat. Oh damn, no, not that. see if I could put it in chat. Boom, right there. Now let me do this too. Let me see if I can pin this. Boom, pin that. All right, boom. I pinned that Discord link. Pin the Discord link. I low-key even forgot. I was like, okay, I don't got commands in here no more. I gotta make sure I add these commands in. But yeah, though, the Lakers, you're gonna see what they do. You're gonna see what they do. I'm not a Lakers fan, by the way. I'm more so of a Bron fan because I hate like when players get in the like, not even the absurd amount of slander portion of it, but like what he's done for the game, and like people don't even understand. It's just like, it's just crazy how like the only reason why people hate Bron really is because they're like, oh, he's not MJ. Fuck does that have to do with anything? That shouldn't be a standard for you to define him as a player. That's just dumb in my opinion. That's just dumb. So like, why like, the fuck is he doing like that dumbass shit? Come on, man. Thank you for double team. I get double team a lot of pickup runs. Like dudes will purposely leave their man to guard me, but I always make the read though. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It will get annoying, right? It does get annoying, and so I would say if you're really trying to just work on your game, no double team, right? Play one-on-ones against the best defender that you know, right? Play one-on-ones, but also throw in some restrictions in it as well, to where we playing ones, but like we have the 3 dribbles, right? And you put down some cones on the court, right? To where you cannot go past these portions. And think of those spots as help defenders, right? So if you begin to drive and you hit that cone, boom, that's a turnover, right? You ran into a help defender, they stripped you, went too far out, right? Or you could have like a group of 4 people and actually have people play help defenders, play in certain spots, right? And so you say you put like a little piece of tape on the floor, you put a cone, they have to keep their inside foot on that cone or some shit like that. So and they can't leave too far out, right? And they just play those spots and they reach and they dig and little shit like that. You may even have a weak side defender or some shit, something like that, to where you put parameters that simulate what a game would be like, right? Instead of just doing a straight up one-on-one where you could take 3 dribbles and dribble like from the top of the key or some shit all the way to the baseline, but that's not realistic, right? On top of the fact you're rarely gonna top from straight up from the top of the key usually, and on top of the fact you're going so far fucking down that move's not even real, right? To translate real enough to translate into a game. So that's another thing when it comes down to that. So yeah, I'll say do shit like that, to where find the best defender, be like, yo, let's play once. Right? Or we could do some shit where if it is someone who's a really good defender but not good on offense, let's do something like I play offense, you play defense. I miss, you get 2 points. I score, I go by 1s and 2s. Some shit like that, right? Or if I miss a 2, you get 2 points. I don't get anything. If I make the 2, I get 2 points. You don't get anything. So like depending on where you're shooting from, right? Depending on where you're shooting from, that person will get the points to that. Right, and if that like someone's just trying to work on their defense or their defensive player, need a challenge. I don't know if there's many people who will do that, but that's really another form of one-on-one. You could be able to say, oh shit, I stopped you, you know what I'm saying, over 50% of the time. So now you're really shooting like 30-40% on me. Like you just can't score on me, right? If you got someone who just plays defense, that's some shit that could really like work and come together. So it just depends on the other person. So that's another option that you could do, instead of always facing double teams and pickups and little things like that. Another thing is to what you could do as well is if you do get double teamed, teach your teammates how to space the floor out, right? Teach your teammates to be like, all right, let me run a 1-4 flat, right? 1-4 flat, meaning you at the top, boom, baseline, flat, to where now someone tries to step up, right? Someone tries to go double team. All someone has to do in that set is just shake up, right? Shake up to where now the people in the corner make those rotations for that one person on that side is so much more difficult. Right, and now it's just really one person that could rotate on that side. It's just super tough to guard. So that's all you got to do. Do you think Damian Lillard should be top 75? Probably. Actually, I don't even know what the top 75 list is. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Hold on, let me see. I can't remember the names off the top. Let me see. Let me see the new additions. I need to get to this breakdown as well. But boom. Also, I think the top 75 should be changed by Like they should be able to take people in and out. They got him over Dwight and Kyrie. All right, yeah. Look. I feel as though this one's fair. Look, I could understand Kyrie to an extent. I don't know. Kyrie, I don't know. That one's a tough one. Kyrie is one of them guys. Kyrie is my favorite player in the league, by the way. I'm not trying to play no bias either, right? So like when it comes down to that, it's like, okay, Kyrie, Dame. It's tough for me to say that, but Dwight should have got that. Dwight should be in the top 75. You know how much shit Dwight has done? Like the defensive, like he was running the league when he was in Orlando. Like he was a unit. Like I don't think no one could. Like he was like one of the closest things as to which we got from out of a center as Shaq would be. Not that dominant down low, of course. Like give you 30, boom, drop step, cook you. But them pick and rolls, boom, lob, boom. You know what I'm saying? Dunk, Superman in the building. Blocking shots, defensive player, all that little stuff, right? If we're just talking about players, right? We're just talking about players. You look at their stats, you look at their accolades of what they did individually. It's like, yo, he should be in this damn list. Like, why is he not? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is he not in this list? That's kind of dumb. You know, I feel like it's also like it's not fair as well. It's a tough thing to do. It's a tough thing to judge when there's also players who were on the list, and since they got put on the list like in that previous 25, so like that top 50, say they got put in the list in the top 50, right? It's now making it a little tougher, whereas though someone in this generation should have that spot and really be top 75 instead of it being top 25, top 25, top 25. Like this shit should not be called the top 75 list. This shit should be called the top 25 times 3 list. You know what I'm saying? By you know what I'm saying? By the quarter decade list. Like some shit like that. It's not top 75 literally. Because then you should be able to filter players out. Like if you made this last one, okay, cool, you made this last one. But are you gonna make this next one? Right? You should be susceptible to be taken out of the list. Because games going on, more talent is happening. So like why have that reserve spot if you're literally saying top 75? Doesn't make sense to me. You should take that shit out entirely. So yeah, Dwight should have been on that list though. That's kind of crazy. And I feel who was he going to like? I think it was like Patrick Ewing on that list, right? I know you can't take players out, but like someone like I think it was like Patrick Ewing or some shit. One of those bigs who people just know were skilled, but like they didn't really have shit like that. Like you know what I'm saying? They didn't have numbers, they didn't have the accolades, nothing like that. And I was like, that's why I said they should be able to take players in and out of the list. So let me even open up these clips right now. Before you even get, so I'm about to get started soon on these Jordan Poole clips. It's about to get ugly, by the way. It's gonna get ugly. I'm not gonna lie, it might be a little ugly. This little breakdown right here. There's a lot of lowlights, bro. There's a reason why I put the human lowlight reel, bro. There's a reason that's the title, bro. There's so many damn lowlights. It's sad to see. It's sad to see, bro. It's like damn. And by the way, I know y'all was like, oh, Pat say he should score 30 a game. He should get 30 a game. I said could get 30, but I said he should get 25 this year. That's what I said, right? I said he should get 30. He could get 30 in time, but he should get 25 this year. But either way, I'm still wrong. So I also said at the same time, one of the skills as which he didn't have was one of the toughest things to develop. And I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get that. Because just thinking about how much shit he's already been around, right? How much shit he's already been around with Steph, the Golden State Warriors, all that shit that's been going on. Like, you have Steph literally at, like, fingertips away. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's right there. I don't know how you haven't learned from Steph all this time that you played with Steph, right? You played with this championship-level organization. I don't know how you haven't learned anything to the point where you're still playing like, oh, like you're in that same role and you never even thought of trying to hit a higher level, right? You never thought of reaching a new level. Because, like, one thing I even told y'all before, the thing that scared me about Poole coming into this year is the fact that he said, my legacy is already defined. I was like, oh, yeah, you're a complacent motherfucker. Or you're somebody who got something as to which they wanted, but they're not trying to strive to get more. Like, they cool where they at, right? And that's that right there alone just told me, I was like, oh, shit, he's not going to try to get better. He don't got no edge on his shoulder. He got his ring, and he think he the shit. Like, he think he good. He think he going to be a Hall of Famer. No, the fuck you's not. You ain't going to be no Hall of Famer. There's still levels to this shit. And if you just genuinely, like, want to be the best, you're gonna want to push past that. You know what I'm saying? We'll probably look at and try to use the moves and look at how and look at how the way you play the game. Hold on. I learned from a lot of people. I could kind of take you through the players as to which I learned from, like, by the year. So, I started taking basketball serious in, like, when I was about 13, 14, when I got out of 8th grade, right? And so, getting out of 8th grade, I had the realization of, shit, like, I had the same realization people have when they finish high school, or even when some people finish college. I had that when I finished middle school. I was like, what are you going to do? Right? You're leaving middle school. You're leaving most of the friends that you had. What are you actually going to do? Where are you going to try to get to? Right? And I hated just, like, at that point, like, the idea of not having a direction of where I wanted to go. Something was just like that. I hated that clouded space. Right? And so I was like, I'm sticking to basketball. I'm going to make this shit work. I averaged, like, 2 points per game in 8th grade. I was like, damn, I'm dog water. I suck. And you want to be able to go to college. You want to be able to play pro, even make the league one day. And you're doing this? You're funny if you think this shit's gonna slide. So boom, that's when I started working. And so at that point, that's when I really began to build my knowledge. And that was like 2016, right? And so boom, now 7 years removed. But going from in 8th grade, the person I looked up to first was Steph, right? Steph was the first person I even looked up to, even before in 8th grade, right? I started studying Steph in 8th grade, but I even looked up to him like 7th grade, 6th grade, because he was small, skinny, but could shoot the shit out the ball, and he was tough to guard, right? And so just looking at it like that, when I was in like 6th, 7th grade, I was like, damn, what, like, shoot, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you shoot? But I never even like thought about the fundamentals and no shit like that. So boom, first it started with Steph, right? And then I even went on a little course of just like watching YouTube videos and just seeing, oh, what works, what doesn't work, and going through that trial and error phase. So boom, it started with Steph, right? Now I still learn from Steph to this day. That was really the root of everything, because I was like, I had no athleticism. I wasn't naturally gifted at anything, so I was like, I have to learn how to build a skill. Shooting, you could build, and I genuinely feel anybody can learn how to shoot. It's just that, are you in the right hands of the person that can teach you how to shoot, right? According to you, not according to the standards and, oh, the fundamentals. You got to have your elbow here, hand here, do this, do that, right? Not according to the standards, but according to you, right? That personalization of basketball. There's a lot of trainers don't even understand that exists. They just put players in the box and tell them, oh, do X, Y, and Z. But that's not going to work for everybody. So Steph has started. Then going into like my freshman year, kind of maintained similar things. I wasn't not completely focused. And then sophomore year, I started to watch a little bit of Bradley Beal, right? Because I was trying to figure out how I need to shoot, because that's when I began to realize personalization, right? And that customization of a basketball player. And so I just kind of began to expose myself to different players and the type of shit they did and see, all right, what feels comfortable for me when I shoot, right? Because also I didn't have a good body balance to where I could just naturally just find my base and everything like that. So I kind of had to try new shit out every now and then, right? So I was trying new bases. I seen Bradley Beal. I watched a lot of his stuff. I didn't try to necessarily take anything of his form and his fundamentals, but his off-ball movement and little things like that is something that I picked up on, and like his habit as just a spot up player, right? So boom, Bradley Beal is one of them. At that point in time, really my sophomore year, because what I did in my sophomore year, this really is a reflection of how impactful what you visualize can be able to how it can dictate your actions, right? To where the shit that you see really is a huge factor in terms of level of your performance. So I was watching Bradley Beal before I went to go practice against a varsity team, because I was on JV my sophomore year. I'll watch that before I went to go play against them, and I'll start doing some of the catch and shoot shit that he was doing, like the reads, the rhythms, the feels, and I'll just land them off, because I was still like putting shots up and everything, right? And so like I learned the reads, I learned the feels, and then boom, I was just streaking up, hitting shots. I was like, damn, that shit's really powerful right there. And that was when I realized, I was like, okay, you're a shooter now, right? People are like, oh yeah, he can shoot. That's when the point when people was like, oh yeah, you can shoot, you're a shooter, right? So boom, Bradley Beal. Then going into my junior year, I began to think of ways as to which I could be able to also learn how to score beyond just the catch and shoot stuff, right? So while I was also learning from Steph and his off-ball stuff, right, playing off the spot up, by the way, I had no handle, so I didn't really focus on those components. So a lot of it was just moving off the ball, spacing the floor, little shit like that, right? I was trying to find ways to score without dribbling. And so I also was looking at Clay at the same time, while looking at like Steph and Brad Beal and shit like that. So I was looking at those players, and my junior year, I was like, how could I be able to score a little bit more? Or no, that was going to my senior year, right? My junior year was more so it was just continuously learning how to shoot off the catch, right? I didn't really look at too many players beyond that, but what I did begin to also look at a little bit too was like the older players, right? I was like, Steph and Clay and these like greatest shooters of all time, who did they learn from and how did they get these skills? So I went back to their source, right? I went back to their root and see how they got it from these certain players. So I was like Reggie Miller, the Rip Hamilton, Ray Allen, those guys, right? So I began to look at some of that stuff a little bit, tinkering what they're doing, but the game is a little different to where they weren't shooting the same volume and they weren't running the same type of sets, right? And so I didn't look in too much, but I looked in a good bit so I could be able to understand what the shit they did, where it came from. Because if I could understand the root, then I could be able to take that root and be able to apply it to myself, right? Because a lot of people get it twisted. They think, all right, let me grab the fruit, but not the root. Because if you could grab the root, you could be able to understand how it was built, the foundation. If you grab the fruit, you just simply understand what they did for like the face value. You don't understand any of the depth within it. So, right, not even having the understanding of that concept, it's going to make it even tougher for you to be able to internalize it for yourself and understand why you're doing everything. So a lot of things I do, I always make sure to go back to the root, right? Because with the root, I can be able to apply it to myself and I can have the full understanding of it, right? And so kind of going back to what I was saying before though, right? Began to dibble and dabble in that stuff my junior year. My senior year is where I'm going into my senior year. I was like, okay, I'm a senior now. I might have more looks. I might have more touches. I got to be able to score in more ways beyond just catch and shoot and just off-ball screens. Triple threat game, right? That's when I began to look at. I began to look at Kobe. I began to look at Kawhi, and this one's gonna surprise you. I began to watch Seth Curry. Right? On the fact that the size that he was playing at and how he was able to play out of certain handoff situations and be able to kind of still be able to get his shot off at times as well, right? I think I started watching Kawhi a little earlier as well because there's one shot that I had off a handoff that I kind of got from him, I believe, and that shows a while ago. It was like this little just slow step in, look down shot. I got this shit off so many times. I probably even scored 6 to 9 points, 2 to 3 threes a game just off that same shit right there, just because the pace alone, right? Pace alone, having the base, little shit like that, right? But ultimately, I started looking at like Kobe, Kawhi for the triple threat game, and then I also began to look at Seth Curry to learn how to play off of handoffs and little shit like that. And so learning the handoff game, learning the triple threat game, that was another shot that I could be able to use, right? And it gave me another way to score without dribbling because I could be able to catch, maybe even use a jab or use good pace and get a shot off, right, without having to dribble. I didn't have no counters because I just couldn't dribble, right? And then also like what that also allowed me to do, learning the triple threat and how to shoot off of it, taught me how I could be able to run an offense as an off-ball guard without needing to dribble, right? So instead of a lot of players using their dribble to create space, I just created space before I even caught the ball. So now I don't even have to worry about putting the ball on the floor if there's a lot of pressure because I already alleviated that pressure and bought me some time to be able to read the action, right, with no defender really pressing up on me quick, right? Boom, bump, step out, catch, I got space. Now they're going to wait a few seconds, just guards sit there and watch because that's a defensive habit. Like, oh, you create space, bump, oh, he's just going to sit here for a second. He's just running offensive play. I'm not going to pressure him too much. If they pressure me, I probably would have been fucked up. I ain't going to lie to you, right? But you got to understand human habits, right? You just got to understand human basketball player habits in those situations. Like, you're not going to really press up unless you're really thinking about it like, oh, that's why he just pushed off of me because he can't dribble. Let me continue to push up even when he created that space. So that's something I just understood. I was like, all right, let me create the space early because people just go through the motions, right? So I bought myself some time, never needed to dribble, even though people didn't know I couldn't dribble and probably was worse at dribbling than they even thought, right? So if they did that shit, it would have been GG's. But I understood that, and I was able to get myself to a point where I'm not turning the ball over a whole bunch on offense because I was able to buy myself time by creating space early. And so now after that point, I know I'm going on a whole long-ass tangent in terms of players and why I'm studying these players and whatnot, but hopefully y'all like it. You could be able to learn something from it. So senior year began to learn from those players, right? Boom, triple threat game. Added a little triple threat shots to my bag. No dribbles, using pace and little shit like that. So boom. After that, going into college though, right? Going to college at the end of that year, I was like, damn, I'm going to need to learn how to dribble, right? I'm going to need to really decipher why I can't dribble because in college I'm gonna probably end up being the combo guard at the time, bringing the ball up the floor. I can't just hide and not dribble, ever, right? So I was like, okay, I got to be able to improve my handle a little bit, and I did, right? I improved my handle. I didn't improve my movement though, right? I improved my handle, didn't improve my movement, and so the movement part is what brings shiftiness, but the handle part is just allowing me to be able to control and be able to run a pick and roll and little things like that. So I was drilling that shit crazy, and I began to watch Luka, right? I began to watch a lot of Luka because what he does, I watched a lot of Luka and Tatum on the fact that the way they set up their screens and able to create angles early, so once they get off that screen, boom, they're cool, right? They don't got to worry too much about a defender recovering so fast, and it's really just them going against that player in the drop, and they already know what the coverages they're reading and don't have to worry about somebody else coming over and blitzing super quick, right? And that amount of time is what you're able to buy by setting up your screens is going to give you more time on the other side to make reads and make the right read, right? Make the proper read and not turn the ball over, some shit like that. And so I watched a lot of that because all they did was just work down, and they do the most basic shit. It's literally just a nudge, right? Tatum does it a lot because Tatum learned it from Drew Hanlon. I see it in Drew Hanlon videos, and I was like, damn, let me see if this shit works. That shit works every time. I kid you not. I swear, I kid you not, this shit work every time. That little... It's ridiculous how simple this shit is, but it works like every time. I promise you. Go watch and see this shit. Like go watch it for yourself, and go do it for yourself. You're gonna be able to see like, oh shit, this shit. Step in, nudge. They get back. They drop to the level of the screen. You go over, and now since you took that nudge and you're a little deeper, you can get off that screen so tight to where there's no space for them to be able to get over the top of the screen. And so I literally did that shit every single time. Right, and like Luka, like I was saying, I studied Luka, studying Tatum, how they came off these pick and rolls using these little nudges and set up those screens. I was like, I know I can make reads, right? I know I can be able to prepare myself to make all these different reads and understand these factors. It's just about not allowing the pressure to get to me. That was the tough part about it, right? Being able to play at my pace and not allowing that pressure to get to me. And so ultimately, I worked on that shit a shit ton throughout the entire summer. Right, a shit ton. I even added a couple shots into it. I added like that Luka drag back to the same hand pull back. The shit that he does out his right where he snatches it back, boom, right here, left foot's already down. I don't know if y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, but he does that shit a whole bunch. Right hand, boom, shot right there. You know what I'm saying? So he does that a shit ton, and so I added that a little bit. I have it way better down now, but I only had like 3 months or so, I only really worked on that shit like just in detail for like 2-3 months, and wasn't able to get a shit ton of reps up because I was just working out by myself, right? And so I didn't have no shot machine during the summer, and so I worked on those skills, added it. Then when I went to school, I was like, damn, this shit really work. There's a day, one of my second week there, where I went to go practice. We was just playing. We did 3-on-3 king of the court, right? 3 teams, right? You score, you go on the other end, you get a stop, you go on the other side. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was spamming that same shit the whole time. It was a 3-on-3. I actually had a big man on my team, right? That was the first time I ever played with a big man in my life, right? And so, boom, we was running that pick and roll, nudge, every single time. That shit was so tough to guard because I had the shot that I've been working on, and then I had a big that could roll, and I know how to throw passes. Like I feel as though I'm naturally a good passer. Right now, I can even pass out of both of my hands. Like when I be playing now, I be throwing like cross court darts with my left. Like it's just natural, right? Or I'll be on the right wing, reading the weak side, and I just see 2 players step up, boom, left hand through the lane. Like I'm a good passer naturally. I just didn't have the handle to be able to use that passing it to its fullest extent, right? And so even then, I was like, boom, came off the screen, you show high, you only got 1 player on help. This is a 3-on-3, not a 5-on-5. And so boom, lob pass over the top, he catches, boom, late. It was so easy. It was drill work. And we was up like 6 games to like 1 or 2. It was bad, bro. I think we were supposed to stop at 5. Then we kept going because one of the people we were playing against, dude was a super senior or some shit like that, where he had 6 years in college, right? He was like 24. I was cooking him. I was freshman, cooking him, right? And then he was like, oh, keep playing. And we was going to 7. I think they ended up winning like 2-3 games, but then we ended up winning like the 7th. Out of like, we was playing, I forgot how many games or what the games were going to exactly. I think maybe 1s and 2s to 7 or some shit like that, but we was cooking off the same shit every time. Catch, drag screen, nudge, boom, dot. All that to say, at that point in time, I was studying a lot of Luka, a lot of Tatum to learn that pick and roll, learn that basic shit right there to buy myself some time. And then after that, right, I stopped playing, And then I was like, all right, what skills do I want to be able to learn for myself? I don't got to worry about going to no game and playing. I'm just learning skills right now for myself, right? What type of skills do I want? Now learning this, I was like, okay, first things first. Handle. You got to get your handle better, bro. You can't fucking dribble. You got to make sure your handle gets sharp. So now I began to dive into like the sciences of basketball and shit like that, to where I could be able to decipher skills and little shit. But ultimately, that was more so me learning skill and not necessarily studying players so much, right? And so at that point, I was just more so skill work and just studying skill, not studying players, like I just said. So boom, I started studying skill. And then after that, I was like, after I got the handle and the control down, I was like, okay, let me learn how to jump, right? And I began to learn the skill of jumping. That's not necessarily studying a player. But what I did do is I kind of just studied more so like how players jumped and what players' physiques looked like and how they were built, so I could understand where do I need to put muscle on my body so I could be able to play at a, like, have myself at a level similar to what NBA players are on, right? Because there's a similarity between all players, right? Damn near all players, like 95% of players, like in terms of physique and build, because they're playing the same sport. They're at the top level of their sport, right? And they're athletically, they're beyond so many players, right? And of course, genetics play a part. But ultimately, if you just simply look at a player's physique and how they're built, you'll recognize that muscle in players lie in certain spots. They're built certain ways. Like if you look at a Ja, you look at a Tatum, you look at a Jimmy Butler, you look at a LeBron, you look at KD, you look at all those players, the way their muscle is built and the way their frame is sized, right? It's a lot in the shoulders and the back, core strength, and then a shit ton of leg strength, right? That's where a lot of the strength is. And so I was like, okay, boom, I studied that. Not even just about skill and what they do on the court. I studied that portion. And so studying that helped me learn how I need to build my body so that I could be at my peak level of athleticism while still learning like how to improve your vert through mechanics, learning how to improve it through plyometrics and strength training and all this little stuff. And these are just a whole bunch of shit I'm going on, right? It's a whole little tangent I'm going on. I'm gonna get to this breakdown super soon. But after that, right? After I learned how to jump, at the same time, once I learned how to use plyometrics, right? And I use plyometrics in a creative way, in a way as to which y'all gonna see when I drop my vert program, once I finish up school and shit, right? Y'all gonna see like the ways as to which I'm able to still get the benefits, but also improve movement at the same time. And I'm also gonna have a movement program separate from that that's gonna work on just movement in itself, right? All y'all stiff crossover hoopers, all y'all stiff tween, behind the back hoopers, that's gonna help a lot of y'all, right? And so once I began to incorporate that style of certain plyometrics and whatnot, I learned how to I improved my movement like that, right? And also I improved my movement because I was able to play lower, right? Because the way as to which I was trained for vert through isometrics and low ranges and controlling my ranges helped me get shiftier, right? And so now I was able to hit new levels, and I began to study more players. I began to study someone like Kyrie, right? Because now I can study somebody like Kyrie. Now I can study somebody like SGA. I can study somebody like AI because I'm capable of doing those things. I'm not trying to study. I was never trying to study people who are able to do things as to which I physically cannot do, right? That's not a part of my game. That's not a part of my skill set, right? And so now I have such a way bigger diverse field of players I could study from and be able to learn from because I picked up these certain skills in time, right? But ultimately understand that your ability to study certain players and who you want to learn from stems from your ability to do certain skills, right? I was never back then trying to go and study Kyrie. I was never trying to go and study Steph's handle. I studied Steph's shot, right? I didn't never try to do too much. Now I could be able to do that because I didn't even realize, but I ended up improving my movement, got my handle right, because realize I told you I improved my handle when I finished playing, right? I improved the ball control. Then I got the movement when it came down to improve my vert. And so now at this point, like you were saying, what type of players and what type of moves you're saying, like I never really learned moves per se. There are only some moves I learned specifically, right? When it came down to like, oh, I'm gonna be in this spot oftentimes, and I know I may want to get to this, and I'll just rep a lot of shit out. So like that Lucas step back, pull back out of his right, I got that down to a T. I'm also learning like that in and out stunt, bring back out the right, the Lucas step back as well. The reason I learned those is because those are things which you could also do off a ball screen, right? To where going back to when I was going into college, I was like, all right, I get off the screen, I'm going off my right, skip, right? I'm getting right inside that 3-point line. I see the big dropping back. I see the person that was chasing over the top. They either died on the screen or they're going to go and try to switch, thinking that it should be a switch. Boom, snatch back. You know what I'm saying? Right out that right, boom, that's a read, right? Similar thing as to which would go on when I go left. I wouldn't be able to snatch like that, right? Just in smooth rhythm. I was able to find a new move that I was able to deliver a similar result, right? I just had to shift it over a little bit different. So instead of having that boom snatch, I would go left, right? I would stretch out the defense. If I stretch out the big to a point where I get inside that 3-point line or right around that line, right on that 3-point line, I'm able to put myself in a position where I could slow my pace down, get the big to relax, thinking I'm still reading the floor and reading the roll and reading the switch, step back, pace step back like Luka does. I all this shit was conscious and I understood it, but when the time came in the game, I was able to let it go, right? That's where the meditation portion of the shit came in. But yeah, so like a whole bunch of the stuff was interconnected, and like you were saying, like the moves I learned a hazy pull. That was in my skill stuff that I ended up picking up on once I stopped playing. That was a part of that. Learn how to pick the ball up because I already had the catch and shoot. I already had the balance. I also learned to step back even better at that time once I stopped playing. Same shit I got from Luka. Boom, got that there. And then once I began to also improve my body, improve how well I was able to balance out my body through certain moves, that's when I was able to put myself in a position where I could do any move damn near like this, because I'm now really good at movement, right? I don't want to say I'm a master of movement because I still have so many more levels I want to reach in terms of that, but I got myself at a level to where I'm far above average in terms of movement, and my body control, my coordination and little shit like that, I could be able to go and learn damn near any move as to which I want to add, right? I'm not just going to add any move at any point in time, but I could add those moves, but I'm going to be able to learn how to use that at the right points in time against the right defenders at the right times, a little shit like that. So that was okay, long ass answer. Kind of took y'all on a whole little tangent about all this other shit. But let me know if any of that shit kind of made sense. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like building a skill and learning from certain players at the right times and picking up on the right skills at the right times and shit. And so that's something that I realized just early on. I was like, why learn from a player that I'm not gonna pick up shit from? I need to learn from skills as to which I can do, what things are gonna add layers to my game, and like you could just see that whole little bit of progression through it. And so, also, I'm probably about to get into the Jordan Poole breakdown right now in this second. So I don't even know if WAP is still here, but let me see. Boom, I need to get this post on Instagram. About to be Jordan Poole time. I got a cool little 9 minutes of clips. 9 flat, about 9 flat. A little under 9 minutes. So let's see. Boom. Let's see. Let me throw on some music right quick. Hopefully this shit, I don't get this shit copyrighted. Detail, understand? Yeah, I'll be trying to give y'all like answers to shit that y'all could actually understand. Oh, you caught the silent basketball, and now when it's cold, especially, I'm gonna have some fun dribbling at home for sure. Oh, I peeped that shit. I didn't cop one. I seen it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely live shit, but that shit really good though. It seems like it was good, and I seen some niggas was trying to counterfeit that shit, like trying to finesse with it and like say, oh, we got the silent basketball, but then like it was just a finesse and trying to get people to spend their money, or it was a scam, damn near, right? They said we had the silent basketball, but it wasn't the silent basketball. So I seen that shit, I was like, damn, people really trying to scam a silent basketball, bro. That's crazy. That was crazy, bro. So boom, hold on, let me get this poster right quick. Yeah, and like you said, it's a winner too. It's a winner, so I was like, damn, that shit would be tough. Let's see. Let me see. I want to get a clip of this Jordan Poole shit for the gram. Let me find this one clip. This fucking goof ass clip. Let me put this shit on the ground right quick. Alright, boom. Let me put this on the ground right quick. Hold on, give me 1 sec. Better be done. Live breakdown. Boom. Hey, by the way, as well, hold on, give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. I want to tell y'all something as well. I need to tell y'all something as well. It's gonna help. It's gonna help a lot in general. Boom. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna get to your question. Give me 1 second, Kai. Give me 1 second, Kai. Give me 1 second. Boom. Hold on. You didn't get the Dev and the Lab silent ball? Some niggas is scamming. Dev was the first person with that silent basketball, bro. He was the first one with that motherfucker. You ain't rock with Dev, bro. You ain't rocking with Dev, man. I watched Kobe show Detail for Play Breakdown. Yeah, I watched that shit. I used to watch that shit. It's just Kobe's no longer here, RIP. But it's like, I was like, that's one of the things that motivated me to be able to start doing breakdowns similar in this facet to where y'all can learn from. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all be watching a whole bunch of people who be on YouTube talking about basketball, but they not teaching y'all about basketball, right? They're not showing y'all shit that can actually help y'all get better, things that y'all could apply. They're just telling you things that other people do. So then it's like, oh, you're entertained through that in that facet. But like, I see it as, I don't even really care about what's going on with the players, because it's not often that this is gonna reach a player, right? Unless somebody's low key watching my video, or someone like Taylor Hendricks who watches my breakdowns every now and then, or may pop up, right? Unless it's some shit like that, I'm like, oh, yeah, I could actually have influence and an impact on that. That's when I care about it. But I only really care about the type of shit that I say that y'all can learn from. That's why a lot of shit I don't be keeping it so general. Did I even hit post? I didn't hit post. Boom. All right, hit post. But I got a different one, probably not as good as that, but it's pretty good. Silent, good dribble with it. I don't know, but the ball is out of stock now for some time anyway. Sold out in 15 minutes. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that's tough. 15 minutes is crazy. Like, that's some shit that's like shoes, right? But they probably didn't even have a high quantity of stuff. So yeah, they didn't have a high quantity, so they probably just ended up selling out like that. Just thinking, oh, we're gonna be straight, like we gonna do this first one, we're gonna be sold out, and it's gonna make people say, oh, we gotta get this next one, we gotta get this next drop. But once they do that next drop, people gonna go crazy. People gonna go crazy about it. But also, let me pull up this. You know what I'm saying? Gotta put the binaural beat on in the background. Where is it at? Boom. Oh. All right, boom. Here we go. We culling. Y'all ready for this breakdown, man? Y'all ready for this breakdown? Also, I was gonna say about Kobe's detail. I watched like all this shit, but then I got to a point where I was like, damn, I need to actually be able to speak my piece on this because I'm continuously learning the game like by the day, and so I got to a point where I was like, I knew I wanted to coach, I knew I wanted to train, but I was like, let me find a way to be able to get into this a little early and a little different as well, and be able to kind of speak my piece when it comes down to this, right? Be able to show what I know, and I'm continuously learning. I'll never think I'll know everything because I'll always know closer to nothing than I will everything. So that's something that I just really conceptualize and it always keeps me humble. The only thing I could do to this point is to continue to learn how to think and think more broad, right? Be able to connect dots in certain topics and certain aspects. And I understand that my ability to break down basketball doesn't just lie within basketball. That's where a lot of people get messed up, right? And that's where you don't see any coaches begin to think about basketball. Like, I don't even think you think there's players out there even think about basketball in the same way that I do, right? How you begin to do one thing is how you do everything. So like if I'm able to understand how to just think, right? How I can understand philosophy, now I can translate that to basketball, and that makes me a better coach, right? But that's a whole little deep dive that I get into every single day, that I just try to learn how to stimulate my brain so I could be able to operate at my highest level each and every single day with everything as to which I do. So I just have a little different perspective in terms of this and how I approach it, how I understand it and whatnot. So but let's get to this breakdown though. Let's get to this breakdown. You see at about 8:54 in clips. So, by the way, I watched Jordan Poole watched the Wizards versus Knicks, which is a game you're gonna see, which was like almost 2 weeks ago, right? Knicks are like a top 5 or top 7 defense, and then I watched the game against the Pistons, one of the worst teams, like the worst team in the NBA, right? One of the worst defenses, right? And so I was like, all right, let me see how he looks like playing against both sides of the spectrum, right? How well does he play against a team that's a good defensive team, a team that's just bad? And I see a lot of the same habits and same characteristics that lie within both, like regardless. And so I was like, yeah, this is not even anything to do with how he's getting guarded, no longer being a 6 man. This just has something to do with him. Like, this is self-inflicted damage. You know what I'm saying? This is self-inflicted bad performances, damn near. Because these things as to which he could change like this on the fly if he just learns the game, that he could be able to take that 17 to 24, right? 24, 25. You know what I'm saying? Be more efficient as well. Team would be better as well. Probably not be that much better. Maybe be like, not at 3 wins, but maybe at 6. You know what I'm saying? You know, so like that's what I caught between these games. You're gonna see the same mistakes I'm gonna pull up as well too. So let's get to it though, right? Let's go back. Hold on, I also need to slow this down to start because, you know what I'm saying, the copyright shit, so I gotta slow that motherfucker down. And also it's gonna help us be able to see everything. So on this play right here, this has nothing to do in terms of what he's actually doing as a player. I just want to show how he's perceived by his teammates, right? Avdia's taking the ball out. You got Poole, he's staring him down. Poole's ready to get the ball. He looks at him, he second guesses, catches the ball right back in his hands, throws it to Tyus Jones. That just shows you a teammate who doesn't trust him with that ball in his hands, right? He'd rather have Tyus Jones bring the ball off the floor, initiate offense. And and Jordan Poole has yet to get a touch this whole game. 2 minutes through, no touch, right? And so at a point where Avdia could throw him the ball, he sees Jones and says, "Nah, I'm gonna throw it to him. I don't trust this right here." If he trusted you, he would have thrown it to him, right? But ultimately, guess what? He does it. Right? And I ain't gonna lie, Avdia, and then he ends up turning that shit over too. That shit is hilarious. Look. Funny thing about it, he gives it to Jones, Tyus Jones. Boom, steal, turnover. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if Poole would have done anything better. To be honest. Yo, what's good, Jason? What's good? By the way, Jason, fuck the Rockets. I hate y'all niggas. I hate y'all. Jalen Green sold me. I'm never betting on y'all again in my life. Actually, I might. I'm tripping. Unless some shit. I did bet on Dylan Brooks one time. I did bet on him one time. Yeah, I think he hit, but I did not win the day. It was like over 10.5 points or 11.5 points against the Memphis Grizzlies. He got it. He had like 13. I was like, yeah, you better have over 11 points playing against your former team. If you don't, you're sorry, my guy. You're just sorry. That's all it is. So, but look though, let's get back to it. Look, another display though, right? Another display of his teammates lacking trust, right? Jordan Poole points down, says, set a screen, right? Set a screen. But in reality, that's a bad screen to set because you're going to set a screen and get a switch on to Josh Hart, who's just as good, if not a better defender than Dante DiVincenzo, right? But nah, hand the ball off to me. I'm not going to set you a screen. Give me the rock, right? Give me the rock. I ain't doing that. Then boom, confusion on that. Abdia drive, boom, gets to the rim, low foul, right there, gets to the line. I ain't gonna lie, Abdia, I never really watched his game. I'm like, oh, he's solid. Like he's solid though. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's solid. You know, I thought he wouldn't be as good as I anticipated. I didn't think he was sorry or nothing. I was just like, oh, he's solid. You know, he's just solid. And then boom, right here. This is something I don't understand with Jordan Poole. This is something I don't understand. He shoots shots, and it's like he doesn't have control of his shots, which doesn't make sense. And it kind of does, but it just seems as though he has all the talent. You see the skill, but the way he's missing shots shows you he lacks control, right? And I think that lack of control comes from him not playing at his pace. So you always see Jordan Poole playing extremely fast, right? And him playing extremely fast shows one thing: you're playing at a pace. Playing at a pace shows you're playing out of control. Out of control now leads to a jumper that's out of control and doesn't have the right touch. And so just notice the miss right here, right? That bad miss going to the left. If you're a shooter, you know. You could tell if somebody's in control of their shot depending on how they're missing shots consistently. And Jordan Poole, right? Jordan Poole, you're going to see him miss shots crazy bad. Like, it's going to be to the left. He's going to airball. Going to be to the right. Going to be strong. It's going to be a brick. That just shows you he's playing out of control and why he's just averaging 17 points a game. I'm very happy right now because Fred Trash Lee is not playing, so that's 15 bricks off the table, and that's your fault. Never bet on Jalen Green when he's on the road because he forgets how to hoop. They're on the road? No, they played the Mavericks yesterday at home. Unless I'm tripping. Or no, they were on the road. Yeah, I think they're on the road. Fuck, you should have told me that. Damn, bro, you should have told me that. Only bet on Shangoon. I got you. Turn the fan off. Can't hear myself think. What you mean? You talking about this in the background? The binaural beat? Turn it down. That's cool. It's a binaural beat. This should help you think. This helps you, like what binaural beats do. This is a 40 hertz, right? And so what it does is that it helps sync portions of your brain to where you're operating with, let me say this, you're operating to where it helps improve memory, helps improve your ability to problem solve, helps improve your ability to think, and it just activates those certain parts of your brain. So, let me know if that's straight. I'm gonna turn this down even a tad bit more. That should be straight, right? That should be straight and nothing too crazy. Let's go 15. Can't go in between. Like, I don't want to rant, but I can't stand Fred. He shoot like 39% for the field last season. There's no way he could get worse. Then he got worse. Wait, he's 39? No way he's worse than 39. What is he, 35% from the field? That's wow. If he's 35 or 36 or 30, that's just sad. Did it help when you told me to bet on Poole scoring over 30? I didn't tell you to bet on Poole scoring 30 points a game. What are you talking about? That bet can go pound some sand. Dog, I ain't tell y'all to bet shit on that. I said he could. Z, you stretching my words, bro. Why y'all always be stretching my words? I said he not going to, like, when we had that talk, right? I said he's not going to score 30 this season. Fuck no. Right? He ain't doing it. No, not this season. Right? It would be in time. I would say 2-3 years down the line. But I said this year he should get 25. That's what I said. I say he should get 25 this year. And I say I'm wrong on that because he, like I said, the problems as to which he had, he's not able to overcome at this point in time. Now, I can't, of course, I'm not going to count anybody out at any point in time, but it's not looking too great. Because I think the motivation you need to have to fix those skills, I don't know if he has that. Like he said with the quote, right? Oh, my legacy is already set. I don't have anything to prove. I'm able to play free. Playing free means scoring goddamn 8 points a game against the goddamn Detroit Pistons. That's playing free to you? Come on, bro. He just wants to play comfortable. He just wants to have no pressure on him, right? And understand that when you push yourself and want to play at a high level, right? There's gonna be pressure that comes with that. And now he's gonna think, I can't play free. They're gonna tell me to do this. They're gonna tell me to do that. Oh, I can't. Come on, bro. You just don't want to be great. You just don't want to be great. I don't think he just has this. I don't think he has this to be able to be that level of player. 38% from the field is absurd. 38. Guards be shooting like 45, and I'm like, okay, you should be 50. Layups, threes, those shit. Efficient, floats, like 30. Oh, my. Oh, that's good. Good luck to y'all. Good value bet, though. We good? All that kind of funky stuff. What you mean? What you mean? I also need some more water, bro. I need to drink water. I haven't been that hydrated today. And by the way, if y'all got any questions, let me know. Y'all got any questions about anything that I'm saying, let me know. Alright, let me know. It's been on things that kind of make sense. Okay, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of my bets be on logic. I can't kind of make sense. That kind of be too iffy for me. I need oh yeah, I got that. Yeah, this one gonna hit. You know, I need that. I need a little bit of assurance, like that self-assurance, that confidence, that self-confidence in my picks. Also, this right here. You're gonna notice this too right here, right? Peep this, right? Kuzma, boom, little action, flare screen goes on. Jordan Poole. That turnover by Kuz, that's on Jordan Poole. That's not on Kuzma, bro. That's not on Kuzma, right? Understand this. Understand this. Look, you give the ball up to Kuzma, catch. Tyus Jones on the flare screen. Notice where Jordan Poole's end up going. He's just going to shuffle right around this slot area, right? Right around that slot. But ultimately, you need to get yourself out into space to that wing where he threw the ball. Because when you get yourself more out into space, right, it's now going to put DiVincenzo in a position where he's going to have to cover more ground on this closeout, right? That longer closeout that he has, the more out of control he'll be. The more out of control he'll be, the more options you'll have, and the more you can manipulate him as a defender. Turnovers on Kuzma, but that's on Jordan Poole. Put that in his books. And now defensively. Y'all ever watch Jordan Poole on defense? Like, I ain't gonna lie, if y'all a lot of his lowlights that y'all see are on offense. But if you saw his lowlights on defense and just him just looking goofy, oh my gosh, the compilation will be 2 times longer. It'll be 2 times longer, right? Boom, stunt right there. You know? Now just notice what he's doing as a help defender. What are you watching? What are you watching? And remember what I was saying to start this breakdown though, right? Remember what I was saying? His teammates don't trust him. So now, on top of the fact they don't trust you on offense, now you're doing bullshit on defense. Why should we even give you the rock in the first place? You're costing points on one side. You're wasting possessions on another. Why should you get the ball? It's not gonna make sense, right? It doesn't make sense, right? Just gets caught ball watching up the line way too high. You step up, but you're not even taking anything away. You're not forcing anything down, right? And you just watch the ball just turn. Can't even see both. Right? Boom to the corner, dot DiVincenzo, easy shot, boom, hit. And then you just go back on the other side. Like, you're going to take this shit like it's acceptable. And this is a habit. It's not like he does this once or twice. You're going to see DiVincenzo's cooking him when he just gets caught ball watching. And now another thing. This is the first example of why Jordan Poole is only scoring 17 a game, right? This is the first one. This is the first little detail I want to point out. In terms of Jordan Poole as an offensive player, he never sets anything up. Everything he does is just a pure sprint. Watch, right? Just watch the action. He does not bump DiVincenzo at all. And luckily, he has enough gravity, and teams understand the talent that he has coming off these screens to the point where Hartenstein got forward and left Gallinari open. Boom, he shoots that, knocks it down. But just look at this aspect of it though, right? Look. Gives it up, boom. You know you're coming off a handoff because being able to bump or being able to bump prior to this handoff, what it's gonna do is put DiVincenzo out of position to where he can't just blow this up by himself. Terrible read by Hartenstein to jump out as well and leave Gallinari open, right? But DiVincenzo would not be in a position to do that exactly right there. And so now you actually have the chance to get the ball. It puts him at the level of the ball to where he's forced to go under or fight over, right? And that's when you're actually a threat. But ultimately, bad read by Hartenstein. Boom, he hits that, knocks it down. Now, once again, defensively, right? Defensively, rotation, boom, playing on line, boom. Koulibaly is someone I was like, yo, he actually got some game. Like, Koulibaly, he low-key, I'm like, okay, he could low-key be like he one of them players that can come from overseas and not be Giannis level, of course, not be that level, but be at a point where he's impactful, right? He's impactful. And if he has that mindset of getting better, like he has a lot of like his coordination is there, his movement is there, at least from what I see, and I'm like, he could be good. Yo, what's good, Will? What's good? Hey, Will, you're on Twitch before, right? You used to pop up on Twitch, right? But look at Jordan Poole though. Watch Jordan Poole in this position. Look, defensively again from Jordan Poole, right? This is only hurting his ability to score points because you're doing bad shit on both sides, right? Boom, plugs that lane, gets back, right? Shot goes up. Is that a box out? Are you keeping anybody off the glass with that? DiVincenzo comes in from the whole other side and gets the rebound, right? And he's standing here, and who is he guarding? Who is he guarding? Look at the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who are you guarding? Nobody, right? Luckily hits the ball out of bounds. You get like, what is he doing? Why is he still standing there after you just seen the person that he was guarding get that rebound? This shit don't make sense. He's literally guarding nobody, bro. Like it is ridiculous, bro. Nobody, bro. Nobody. I'm going to show this one more time. There's another possession later on. I'm just going to show you his lack of presence. Actually, I can even show this in this possession here. It's just a lack of presence, right? The only reason as to which he's not even guarding nobody is because he's so worried about what's going. I just realized what the fuck he just did. Why the hell would he turn his head, see nobody, and stay in the same spot? Dog, what the fuck is this? Oh, bro, I can't make this up. I can't make this up. He has just as many lowlights on defense as he does on offense. Like, I don't get this, right? Jordan Poole, boom, plug. Okay, I get that plug. He was guarding DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo crashes the glass. Is that a box out? Fuck no, that's not no box out. DiVincenzo grabs the ball, offensive rebound, right? He begins to throw his hands in there. Why are you throwing your hands in there, right? But notice his head. Watch what he about to do. You turn your head to see where you should match up. But look at where all the players are. In front of your face on the whole other side of the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who is he guarding? Nobody. Because it's supposed to be one is here. Boom, boom, or boom, 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 boom. Like, you should not be on this whole other side of the floor. Why did you even turn your head? And I ain't gonna lie, one of the things that makes this even tougher is the fact that Jordan Poole has a mustache. I'm sorry. Like, it just makes it look even goofier, bro. I'm sorry. Like, who just rocks a mustache? Like, imagine if I came on the stream, cut all this off. Cut all this off. The mustache. Why would I rock a mustache, bro? Like, come on, bro. It just makes it look worse. Like, it just makes him look goofier, bro. Like, when you see them little zoom-in clips of him doing, like, his eyes and shit and him doing some goofy shit, it just makes it everything look like 3 times worse because he got a mustache, bro. You need to do something about that mustache, grow a beard or something, cut the mustache off. I don't know, just restart the whole head. Fuck it, restart the whole head. Cut the mustache, cut the hair low, everything. Get some, I don't know, do something. This shit not working. This right here too, though. Boom. Out of control, out of pace. It's so easy to read. I was like, why you ain't stream? But I see you on YouTube for real restart. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I had to whatchamacallit. YouTube is better for the stream in terms of just having everything on one platform to where I have all my YouTube subs here. I got the people that I want to bring in. Like, it's just Instagram straight to YouTube. I don't have to go from Instagram to YouTube to Twitch. And everybody damn near uses YouTube, but not everybody uses Twitch. So it just made more sense. So, peep this though, right? Peep this. So, Jordan Poole, right? Actually, I may even want to show this full speed. Let me show y'all this full speed, right? Just watch Jordan Poole's pace coming off these screens, right? And as he's going downhill, right? Boom, handoff, downhill. so fast and so out of control. He can't even make reads, and it makes help defenses jobs way easier, right? Because just understand, right? You see a player like this right here with this much steam, one dribble, head down. You see McBride makes a great play over here with Kispert, not clearing out with him and stepping over and help. That's just so easy to freaking read, right? So like, understand this from McBride, right? This is why Jordan Poole is just playing so bad and can't get the right shit off, right? Kispert on the cut, right? Jordan Poole going downhill, full head of steam, gets by Hartenstein, has a lane. McBride ditches that cut, right? Ditches that cut because he sees the fact that Poole sees a lane, right? So boom, he steps over knowing Poole can't control himself. Charge, just like that. So when going downhill, Poole needs to just do a better job of understanding that all these lanes aren't really the lanes that are available. You have to continue to make reads as you go downhill, right? What was there at one moment isn't there forever, right? Basketball is a split-second game. And so the second that he's able to make reads, make better reads, that's when you're going to see him be a more efficient player. Then boom, right here. Hold on. Peep this. This one, I'm not a fan of this one. Like that one, it's just like the little habits that lie within that, right? The little habits, the tiny little habits, right? The tiny things. So, boom, handoff makes his catch, right? And now going downhill, you see his hesitancy to pass and his eagerness to score. Because notice this, right? Help defender, steps over here, brings it here, hesitates, double clutches, then makes that pass. You're gonna throw the pass. It shows that once Jordan Poole, right? This little like hesitancy in that pass just shows that when Jordan Poole gets down here in these areas to where there may be a gap for him to get to the rim, he's thinking rim, me score before I just make the right play, right? Because if he just simply read quickly prior to, right, seen that step over, that's a commitment. Boom, straight to Koulibaly. On that step over, now he's getting a cleaner look instead of him having more time to now get that closeout at that point in time. So that's a tough shot for Koulibaly out that corner. And boom, right here. Julius Randle, right? Boom, I think he's going to get another switch. But why? I don't get this. And by the way, I've shown every shot that he's taken, right? I've shown all the shots. He's just not taking many shots. He doesn't get the opportunity to take shots because they don't really run actions for him, and his teammates don't trust him with the rock, right? And so just understand this right here, right? With the concept of shooting threes. I watched both games. I saw him take 0 open threes, right? I didn't see him take a good three one time. Not once did I see him take a good looking three. And so with Jordan Poole, right, at this point in the game, right, about 10 minutes, 10 and a half minutes, 11 minutes done with the first quarter. You've taken maybe 2 shot attempts or so. And at this point in time, right, you have taken no threes. And this is the first three that you take. Why take this three? That is a terrible look, right? Why? I just don't get it. I don't understand why you thought this is the open shot to take, right? And it's funny to even think about it like this. Poole took no open threes. Steph Curry gets more open threes than Jordan Poole. He's the greatest shooter of all time, but he's taking more open threes per game than Jordan Poole is. Why? You should, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's the setup that now brings it all together. You know what I'm saying? To where even though you know someone's a great ass shooter, someone could really hit shots, are you able to set up your ability to get open and be able to have those opportunities to shoot those shots? That's what it really comes down to. Jordan Poole doesn't do any of that. If he just sees some little bit of space, if he's 5 feet behind the line, I'm shooting it, I don't care, right? And he can't do that because these are just terrible shots, right? You're even now, it's hurting yourself because now the trust that your teammates have in you in taking shots and having the ball, it's just going down, 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 down. Because you can't filter out these shots and you're wasting possessions, right? So like I said, 11 minutes removed into this quarter damn near, right? And now the first three that you take is fucking 10, 12 feet behind the line. It's a terrible shot. No wonder why he ended up, boom, airballing this lucky teammate caught that. But that's just a terrible shot. Bad IQ, which is what he lacks and why he's scoring 17 a game. Let me speed this up. Boom. Jordan Poole. It's just like, at the time as to which he's trying to cook some shit up, when he just try to do a little too much, it's just like, damn, turnover, right? And usually these type of plays, right? Aren't that bad, right? Usually, right? These plays don't hurt too bad to where it's like, okay, boom, stop. All right, you want to get that screen, you want to reject, right? Boom, turnover. But what makes this even worse is the accumulation of bad plays prior to this occurring, right? And now notice what he's going to do after this play, right? Hand up, boom, that's me. But look, why is he complaining? I don't know what he mouthed. Y'all could try to decipher that, but I don't know why. What about that last play or anything that even occurred in this game he could be complaining about, right? I don't know what he could be complaining about. I have no clue. There's no sort of contact to where it was like, oh, ref, call that. Ref, see this. Ref, see that. He's running away from every little bit of contact that there is. Like, he's not trying to embrace no sort of contact. He's just trying to navigate around everything. And so to go and complain to the ref when the defense is simply playing their style of defense doesn't make sense to me. Like, play the game. You know what I'm saying? Continue to play. Stop bickering so much. Right? Stop complaining so much and just hoop. Yeah, probably see you next stream. All right, I'll catch you. I'll be live on Friday. And I ain't gonna lie too, though, right? I ain't gonna lie. Well, low-key, like I said, what low-key makes this even worse, and all the lowlights worse, is the fact that he has a mustache, bro. It's the mustache. The mustache, like, gives him the look. Like it just gives him that look. You know? Accountability. Yeah, the funny thing is, he was accountable on, like, oh, the turnover. But, like, it's that ability to just simply self-reflect and take full-on accountability. Right? To where I'm not going to lean on the ref and say, oh, go do this, call this, do that. I'm not going to rely on that. I'm simply going to just look at myself in the mirror and say, I should have just simply done better. What happened there is just not enough for me to look at the ref and say, I could not do what I needed to do. Because that's usually when players begin to talk to refs. When players are fouling them to an extent to where I can't do the type of shit that I want to do. That's when it gets bad. That's when you got to start saying some shit. Right? Or just simply is just, that's a foul, right? Whether I'm manipulating you or you're just doing it, right? It's just a foul. So, look like a school threat yelling at the ref. No cap, bro. It's like that mustache, bro. That mustache be killing me, bro. But look, I want to show y'all this play too. This play might be the funniest shit. This play, hold on. This play is stupid as shit. This. All right. I'm about to take y'all through this whole low light right here, bro. This shit is sad, right? This shit is sad. All right, peep this, right? I may go full speed. Look, let's go full speed, right? Look at Jordan Poole, right? He's looking up at the clock, telling his teammates to wait so they can run the clock down and be able to run the action at the proper time. 10 on the game clock, 9 on the shot clock, right? So boom, they go, right? And now knowing the fact how much time you have, you should know how much time you have to make reads. You get off the screen, and why the hell would you look at the clock, understanding how much time you have and how much time you have to make reads, and not make the read you need to make and shoot the shot? Why? Look, like, really look at this shit, right? 2 step up. You got 5 on the clock. 2 go up to you. You dump down to Gallinari, right? But guess what? Another Jordan Poole low light that just goes overlooked. Like, these plays right here, it's like, what's really going on in your brain, right? He was just thinking, when can I shoot? I need to shoot. Shoot! What? And then now he gets up, they luckily able to get a foul call at the end of the quarter. Like, that just doesn't make sense. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's just the whole thing you did prior to served no purpose. It served no purpose. Does he have vets over there telling him these things? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure no. The funny thing is, he doesn't need vets over there to tell him these things. He has Steph Curry in his phone. You played with Steph for four years. You played with the championship level organization. Like, there shouldn't be, like, if he was really trying to get better, he would have played that part and began to learn more shit as he went along, so then he could plot his next breakthrough. That's what players who really want to just be great do. They'll sit back, play their role, but at the same time, accumulate information, accumulate knowledge, to where once they get that next opportunity to show what they could do and be able to put themselves in that next category, then they're ready for that shit because they already plotted, right? They already plotted on that next opportunity. Sat back, waited for it. Now, boom, he's able to get straight to it. So like the fact that he didn't even do that alone, the fact that he probably had Steph in his phone. I don't think they have no bad relationship. I think it's just Draymond and that shit, right? I think it may just be Draymond. And I ain't gonna lie, when they played the goddamn Warriors, you know what we streaming. You know what we streaming the next day. You know what I'm saying? Whatever day it is, we're gonna be on that in the next stream. So that shit gonna be good to see Jordan Poole do that bullshit against Draymond and Draymond talking all this shit. I would really want to watch that game on courtside. If I could watch that game courtside, oh my gosh, that shit would be ridiculous. Seeing just to see the type of shit Draymond gonna say to Jordan Poole when he's doing that whack ass goof ass shit. I just want to see that. Like, can I just see that? Like when they play like against each other, like can you mic up Draymond Green and Jordan Poole in that game just to see all this shit they gonna talk as Jordan Poole continuously becomes the human low light reel, right? Can I just want to see that? I just want to see that, bro. He fiending for shots. That's sad. And the sad thing about it all is that when you fiend for shots, you'll get less shots because now you're selfish. When you're unselfish is when you get more shots. Because now the ball, the energy that you give to the ball, that give, right? The will to give it up, right, is now gonna end up reciprocating right back to you. To where instead of me just sitting back here and instead of me sitting back and being the person who's, oh, I gotta get my shit off, right? I gotta get my shit off. That energy, teammates not gonna want to give you the ball because they know you're gonna chuck that bitch, right? Now, if you be the person who always wants to give, right? Oh, let me make the right play. That ball is now gonna find right back to you because your teammates know.
What's up, baby?
Oh,
What it do, baby?
Hey, Wally World, appreciate that follow. Your teammates now gonna know, oh, damn, he's unselfish. Let's get the ball right back to him. He done made 3 good plays in a row, right? 2 dimes, boom, we smoked a layup or some shit like that. Boom, let's get the ball right back to him. Now you get a good look, right? Now you playing as a team. Now this is when you can actually win. Jordan Poole's case, it's like, what are you doing, gang? Like, what's going on? Like, if you want to tweet what, it's just like, bro, people be having this shit all twisted. And I think this really boils down to Jordan Poole's just mental instability and lack of presence. I don't think he plays the game like in the moment, right? A lot of the times he's not playing in the moment. A lot of the shit that he does is like, oh, let me see what I can do now, or boom, let me do this right now, instead of relying on reactions, right? Instead of trying to predetermine a move and premeditate a move and think, oh, I got this action, I'm curling up to the top, I got this flare screen, oh, let me shoot this as soon as I touch it, instead of making the read on what's there and trusting instinct based upon read, because that's where a lot of people fuck up. As hoopers, no player can trust their instinct, right? When they have some shit going on and it's almost like you blank out in terms of what am I gonna do next, right? You just allow it to present itself, and once it's there, boom, it's go. Whether it's a pass, whether it's a shot, a pump fake, right? A lot of people aren't comfortable in that space. And so Jordan Poole, I think, is just missing that portion of it, right? And it's not allowing him to make reads. So let's get back to this, though. Yeah, hold on. Okay, this is the same action. But it's just they did that shit at the end of the quarter. But actually, let me give Poole some credit though, right? If there is some good shit Jordan Poole did, right? Some good shit Jordan Poole did in any of these 2 games. I'm gonna point it out, right? One thing that he does well, it's off-ball movement. Like, notice this, right? He's always going to continuously move off the ball. Like, boom, cut right there, fill out to the corner, boom, on the wing, right? Boom, he cuts through. That cut right there is going to set up this whole possession because it's clearing out McBride, right? McBride now has to turn, go out to this side, think that something's going to go on. McBride, boom, realizes, oh, damn, I'm just chasing and I'm not able to play help. He can't step up. Idea, boom, floater. That's one thing Jordan Poole does that is good, right? And he needs to rely more upon this, right? And add the component of initiating contact and creating angles prior to, because that's where he could really make a living in terms of being a 2 guard or combo guard, right? Playing off the ball. Because as a defender, that's really the hardest thing to guard. Just think about the amount of hours you put in as a player, right? Guarding the ball versus guarding off the ball. And guarding a player off the ball that's moving, right? You don't really guard that. You're never taught how to navigate a screen. You're never taught how to properly chase over the top for a shooter. You're never taught how to really contest. You're never taught those things. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're out of position or in your position of chase. You're never taught those things. So just understand the fact of that, right? It's harder for defenders to guard a really good off-ball player than it may even be to guard a really good on-ball player. because that off-ball player not gonna stop moving, right? Guarding a Steph, that shit is no easy task. That's maybe the toughest task in the league in terms of defense, because the amount he runs, how he doesn't stop, in comparison to guarding an ISO player who's just gonna sit there, you know what I'm saying, like a James Harden in his prime. Not saying it's easy to guard him, but I'm just saying in terms of how comfortable you are doing the two, right? More people are gonna be comfortable guarding that Harden than they are gonna be guarding that Steph. Then boom, right here. This one I was like, okay. He could have had some shit right there, right? You see that play. You see what was gonna transpire, right? Notice like what he was seeing and what was going on directly in his action, right? This also shows his condensed vision as a guard, right? So he comes off the screen, boom, split. I'm only seeing Hartenstein at this point, right? This move is only oriented to Hartenstein. Dead dribble, I create space. He was dead gonna shoot that. Do you realize he was gonna shoot this? Do you realize? I don't think some of y'all realize he was dead gonna shoot this. Luckily, he got bailed out. Boom, hit on the arm. McBride was gonna send that shit too, and then he was gonna flail his arms and say, "Oh, foul!" and look at the ref. But in reality, it was just been a stupid play, right? But realize what's going on that other side, right? Realize what's occurring, because now you split Hartenstein, force Quickly to step up, right? Forcing Quickly to step up forces Josh Hart now to guard two people on this corner and this wing. Right? And now you got a cut right there of Koulibaly. Then you have Avdia right here who could also cut as well through the lane. With the size, he could finish that. Right? So ultimately, he's not seeing what else is going on. You would have got a much better look had you just simply read the action, read the floor, and then made the play. Much better. But the fact he was really going to shoot that was crazy. I ain't going to lie. The fact he was really going to pull this bitch. I really would have wanted to see him do that so Miles McBride could come from behind and just send that shit. That shit would have been hilarious, bro. Oh my gosh. Like it's like this shit really just be a human low light reel, bro. Like he's just not playing with real thought at times. I'm like, bro, what is going on? Now that right there. I like those plays. It's such a basic play and such a basic foul, but this is the part of Jordan Poole's game I don't think he understands, right? You don't have to do all the size up combo moves and whatnot. You don't need to, because he's so goddamn quick, right? To the point where, boom, just a rip through, I don't need to do anything else. Rip through, block and foul. It's hard for defenders to be able to keep up with him laterally if he decides to put his head down. Just get down. Just use that speed, right? And I don't think he really understands that. I feel like as though he's caught up into doing all the fancy, the cute stuff, but little does he even realize, boom, rip through, block and foul. Straight like that. You think he really believes that that's the best shot they could have gotten? You talking about this play? This shot? I think Jordan Poole thinks all the shot he takes is the best shot that there could be. I don't think it's necessarily because but understand the perspective of it though. I think he thinks that because he doesn't see beyond what's going on right there. It's not like he's taken into account all the factors and all the plays that have gone on and said, I'm going to take this shot and this is the best shot that we got, right? He's getting here and he's taking this shot because he's like, oh, I have a chance to shoot. Let me shoot it. That's what he's thinking in terms of when he's going off these plays. He's like, oh, this is a good look. I can see the rim. Block. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I can see the rim. Oh, I just rushed that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just thinks, oh, see the rim. Oh, I have an opportunity to be able to just get this off. Let me shoot it. Right? Or he gets too stingy. Like you're going to see in that Detroit play where he did that little layup shit, that little, you know what I'm saying, underhand layup with that boat. I know all y'all seen it. But I don't think he understands the factors that go within plays. To where it's like he's just sitting back and saying, oh, I can shoot this, bro. Wow. I can shoot it. Oh, I can shoot it. Like, but really, like, that's not the best look. Like, look at all the other shit you got over here. Boom and boom. Much better looks. Whether Avdia even just spots up and doesn't cut. You know what I'm saying? You would have got some shit. And he probably would have finished this off. You know what I'm saying? It would have been tougher. Hart to step over. Probably would have been a foul. Quickly had to step over in one step. Hartenstein wouldn't be able to step over. Like, that's a way better look. And you just peep that play right here. And boom, right here. Okay, this is I got a couple things I want to say about this play, right? Just kind of watch this develop. Like, oh, come on, man. It's just such a bad play. It's just such like look at the way the turnover looks, bro. Like it's just a terrible read. Like he gets off going right, boom, creates some space, throw over the top. But like, dog, that's just like, what are you reading, right? Like, what are you reading exactly to the point where do you know what's actually going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you know how to create enough space, create enough time for you to be able to make the right play, right? Do you understand that? He thinks he's in open runs, like there's no comp, no cap. That's how it be looking like that shit sometimes, but they be dogging him, right? They be dogging him, right? And so just kind of look at this play in itself, right? Look at this play in itself. So let's slow this down to start though. Slow this down to start. One thing I want to see Jordan Poole be much better at, right? Is that like you notice him get off the screen, right? And he put Miles McBride in no vulnerable position. And he just went right and got a double team. And a double team that led to him throwing a weak-ass skip pass that gets tipped, boom, turnover, right? But if he simply got himself in a position here where you just drop your pace, right? Create contact prior to the screen. Work yourself down. Hit him with that little step-in nudge like Luka does, Tatum, these pick-and-roll players, right? Just set that up like Chris Paul. Set that up to where you could get off the screen and buy yourself more time before the double team reaches you, right? Because now the double team is reaching you as soon as you clear that screen. And now you're seeing four hands, right? You're seeing four hands instead of just two hands, right? And now you're able to put yourself out of position if you set that screen up to then buy yourself time. And once you buy yourself time, you need to put yourself in a position to where you're able to read this weak side, right? And if you have a direct read, make that direct pass, right? Which would be obvious to the corner. But if you don't even have that direct read, just put yourself in a position to where, go back one more time. Put yourself in a position where you could be able to make two passes in one position, right? You're utilizing pace. You're utilizing these little hesitations to then force the double team not to fully commit to you, right? See if the big's going to drop back. Do little things like that to where you can actually make plays out of here. Instead of just sitting over here, hook, just running back to the other side. So you'll see someone like, Luka do a terrific job at that. I had a clip where I showed in my, where I was breaking down Tyrese Halliburton, the Maxey versus Halliburton stream. I had literally one clip in there where I showed Trae Young having a double team, and he used pass hezzies. I don't think y'all ever thought of a pass hezzy, right? You don't even think you could shot hezzy, right? Hesitation on the shot. You don't even realize that you can hesitate when you're throwing a pass, right? Like you can just bring the ball to your pocket, look off, bring the hand there, and I'll make the defense think, oh, he's gonna pass the ball, right? I had literally one clip where I had to show that Trae Young did it 2 to 3 times on one double team, and every single time he did it, he created more space, right? Hezzy, boom, jump out. Then he did it once again, brought it over. Hezzy, boom, they jumped out, created more space. Then he bought himself more time to make a read, allow his teammate to get in the right position, and he ended up throwing a lob pass to Capella. Like little things like that. Learning how to use pace, create angles will literally change his game drastically, right? To the point where if he just simply got his ankles, he got himself more time to make the right read. Now you're more efficient because you're not throwing turnovers because you're under pressure to make a play, right? Now it's just boom, more points, less turnovers, better field goal percentage. All this little stuff begin to add in. It's like, okay, instead of 17, shift the pace. All right, you're at 22, right? Just shift the pace, you're at 22, maybe even 23, because now you're able to give yourself more time, you know? But here, I just want y'all to peep this. Look, this been happening all game. Inbounds passes occurs, and he's just running up to the ball, not really trying to get the ball at times, right? I know, okay, give it up to other teammate, let them get it, right? But this ball pressure, this off-ball pressure is going to be persistent throughout the entire play, this entire time, right? And so, notice this right here. Once again, no contact like he did in the backcourt. What do you think is going to happen? When you decide not to embrace any sort of contact to create yourself space and then create yourself an angle, right? A lane for a pass to get thrown, right? What do you think is going to happen? Like, I don't know. It seems as though he's scared of contact, right? He's scared of contact. He doesn't want to embrace contact. He doesn't want to initiate contact. And at times, he's going to go and complain about a foul, right? But the defense is doing the amount of contact in which they always do. It's you as an offensive player that's the problem. It's not the defense. It's you, the offensive player, right? And him simply just standing there. Abdia actually throwing that pass is kind of wild to me as well. But ultimately, this is on Poole. Not setting anything up, allowing players just to simply pressure him. Him not creating his own angles shows a habit of he's scared of contact. It just shows that habit. Then boom, McBride end up scoring this, I believe. Boom, drop off Hart, easy 2. All because he ain't set up no angles. That CP pass, has he passed too? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The CP be doing that same shit where he just lets the ball float, look off for a second. Like, that's just little manipulation things and whatnot. Stop being mean, LOL. Bro, look, this is not me necessarily being mean. I'm just showing y'all for what the shit is, right? Like, this even surprised me, because look, if you was here before, right? I was saying before the season started, I was saying Jordan Poole should average 25 this year, and I was strong on that. I was firm on that 25. I was anticipating seeing the 25, but at the same time, I was like, I don't know if he's gonna have the IQ portion of it, because he has all the talent, right? He has all the talent. But even at the same time, realize I'm also showing solutions, right? But kind of going back to what I was saying. So he has all the talent. But is he going to be able to become a basketball player, not just a hooper? Right? Is he going to be able to learn how to use IQ, learn how to make reads and little shit like that? Is he going to be able to do that? And that's the thing that scared me, right? That's the thing I was like, oh, shit, I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. But I was like, fuck it. I know we could get it. Like, who do you got on your team? You should be able to get that shit easy, right? You know, you have Kuzma, you have Abdia who's straight. But outside of that, you don't really got shit. You got Tyus Jones, but it's not like Tyus Jones going to fill up the box score. Kuzma kind of filled up the box score. Abdia, not really, right? So it's like there's so much room for you to be able to do so. It's just about your ability to play with the edge, right? And be able to learn the game, right? But he doesn't have that edge necessarily, and he's not. It doesn't seem as if he's learning the game. And if he is, it's not at the rate as to which I anticipated. So I may be showing all these clips, but I even show solutions. I'm not just saying, oh, he just did this shit bad. Yo, he just did this bad. I'm also showing, okay, how could you fix it? You know what I'm saying? At the same time. So I love to see, I want to see all players be great. I never want to see a player fail. I never want to see anybody fail. Anything I do is really out of love for it. And a lot of players in high school go through the same shit Jordan Poole doing right now. It's just that Jordan Poole's talent has taken him to a level, right, to where he was able to bypass high school, bypass college, bypass the role of a six man. But now when you're on a team as to where there's more focus on you, and there's a little more, you're more in the limelight per se, right, where you're now getting more exposed because the opportunity is just more there. That's when that talent is now, you know what I'm saying, that talent really can't bypass any more levels. You now must learn the game. Everybody reaches that point to where your talent's only going to take you so far. Now you got to do the dirty work. Now you got to put in the hard work, right? So, but if you want to hit that next level, let me say that. If you want to hit that next level, you can continue to stay at the level you're at. But if you want to hit that next level, that's one thing. So, even let me slow this down. Boom, let me slow this down. Free Abdia, I ain't gonna lie. Free Abdia is smooth. Abdia game is smooth. I ain't gonna lie to you. His game's smooth. And like, oh my gosh, the way he be missing shots. Remember what I told y'all? I was just playing, yo. I know, but look, I just like to explain certain shit. You know what I'm saying? But look at the way he be missing shots. Look at the way he be missing shots, right? This is how you just know he's out of pace. Like, good shooters, right? Good shooters get a back rim miss, maybe a front rim at times. You don't like to miss short. Rarely left to right, right? It's not gonna be often it's left to right. But a miss like this is just straight up ugly, right? Front rim, like way front rim. Not like its front rim goes long. Its front rim drops right underneath. That's an ugly miss, right? That just shows you he's not in control of that jumper, right? You know he can hit shots. You put him in the gym, you're probably gonna be able to knock down every single shot he's just taking, right? Every single shot he's shooting. But when he gets in the game, he loses that pace, right? He loses that cadence, that flow that he needs. But it's just like, damn, like he ain't take no open shots. He ain't take no open threes, no nothing. Let me speed this up. Boom. This is what I like to see. These little plays, it's just basic. I love these basic plays. He has a few of them, right? In these 2 games, I think he only scored like 15 combined, 18 combined, or some shit. He had like 8 points in each game, and like 17, like 9 and 8 or something like that. It's just kind of sad, right? It's kind of sad to see. But like little plays like this, right? These are the type of plays Jordan Poole's got to seek, right? These just quick hitters, right? I'm not trying to sit here and play. I'm not trying to sit here and do too much. Catch, boom, just make the read, I go. Even on a play like this, why does it seem like everything he does is just aimed to be pretty? Like I don't know what it is. It's like if it's just in his coding, right? Just in his framework that everything I do, underhand pickup, boom. Like I don't know why it's just his animations. Like he has the like if he had a whole like movement system, right? Like an animation system, like that shit's literally gonna be titled the pretty package. Like if you put that shit in 2K, the layups, pretty package, combos, pretty package, gathers, pretty package. You know what I'm saying? All this shit is gonna be everything's just pretty. Like you're just trying to make everything pretty, you know. Simple pool is the best pool. By far, it's the best pool. And hopefully he's able to understand in time that playing simple is going to give you the rhythm to then get those highlights, right? To then get into your bag. Because it's really about how you're able to use your buckets to be able to almost feed into your confidence, right? And like kind of like your ego in a sense, right? Like just seeing the ball go through does wonders for you as a player. It doesn't matter how basic the bucket is. Like it could literally be you leaked out, cherry pick, basic ass layup, right? Or you just hit a backdoor layup, or like you're just standing there like most basic shit ever, right? That does wonders for your confidence. Seeing the ball go through, right, off a free throw does wonders for your confidence. Like that little shit, then you get into your bag, you're just playing in a flow. Like you're not thinking about the next move you're gonna do. You just instinct bop bop, oh he bop bop. You know what I'm saying? Bop bop. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you just playing in a flow, bro. He better get his act straight by New Year's. And I ain't gonna lie, DDT, I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's happening. Because the skills as to which he needs, it's not about how quick he can learn them. It's about how quick will he be exposed to them, right? How quick will he be aware of them? That's the problem. That's the problem with a lot of players. The lack of awareness of their weaknesses and their problems. And most of the time, right, a vast majority of the time, they don't have players around them as to which that will show them those weaknesses and say, oh, you do this wrong here. This is the film. Let me show you, right? If you do this like this player, this is going to be able to work. You need to be able to change this. Let's emphasize this over this course of time and turn this into habit, right? So, for example, setting up screens, off-ball screens, something that could be changed like this, right? It literally he could start making that change today, right? Next game, next practice. Literally on this day. Now, everything he's going to do going forward, as long as he just makes sure that he keeps that almost conscious and leaves everything else subconscious, right? To where everything else he's doing is a flow. And he just has to, all right, boom, let me make sure I think. Let me nudge right here, get off the screen. Now I forget about it because we moved on, right? Now you have way more looks, way more time to be able to do what you need. It's just about, do the assistant coaches see it, right? Are they really coaching? Are they really watching film? Or is it a bunch of fake work? Right? Are they actually do they actually know what's going on, how to improve? Or is it just fake work, like I said? That's the thing about it. All right, how do I make proper reads going over here? How do I do that going over here? And also, do they have the right person, the right coach there to listen? Right? Or for him to listen, right? For him to listen to the type of shit they saying. And so sometimes certain players won't listen to certain people on the fact that they see it as, oh, what can he teach me? What can he tell me? He got nothing to teach me. I already know everything. You know what I'm saying? You ain't do as much as I do. You don't have the skill I have. You haven't done the shit that I've done. Right? And so now kind of that ego even begins to get and play a part. So like you got to also have the right people there to tell them that as well. So sometimes it's good to have those vets. The people who've been through the fire, the people who've seen the shit rough. It's been tough for them to be able to tell them that shit. So Rachel Demita animation package. I ain't gonna lie, Rachel Demita animation package is crazy. That's crazy, gang. He's probably gonna focus on learning all the clubs in DC. No cap. Hey, he's like, shit, what's the best place to go to after this game? He's like, he probably asking everybody in that motherfucker. He was like, hey, Cools, where do you usually be going to after the games? What should be popping on Tuesdays? I don't know. Like on Wednesdays it be straight, but on Tuesdays this shit don't be right. Like what place be popping on Tuesdays? Shit like that, bro. He probably more focused on that. And if you really want to know, you could probably just hit up Gil on some shit. Hit up Gil. You know what I'm saying? Be like, hey, what places was popping when you was here? Let me see if the new motherfuckers are still popping. But look though, once again, right? This is I hate this play. Look. I gotta full speed this. Look at Jordan Poole, guarding DiVincenzo. Julius Randle, boom, lane. Right behind his back. Look what's about to happen. Dunk. Now what is Jordan Poole about to do? Head up. Kuzma, come over. He's pointing to the wing. What are you doing on the wing? Nothing. And look what he's about to do. This is my biggest pet peeve in basketball, right? How many times are you going to pat your chest and make the same mistake over and over and over again before you actually take that mistake and fix it and turn it into action? How many times are you going to continue to do that? I'm tired of it. All levels. I don't care. A lot of players be like, yeah, that's me, it's on me. But how many times are you going to make this mistake until you turn it into action, right? And actually fix it. I just hate it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even, if someone doesn't even do this, right, and just actually goes and fixes it, I'd much rather see that. Much rather see that. You know what I'm saying? But usually someone's at least going to say, oh, my bad, that's on me. But how many times are you going to do this? This is the third time in the game where you allow somebody to get offensive rebound, right? The third time. DiVincenzo, same player. DiVincenzo be crashing the glass, crazy, you know? And so, like, 3 times, bro, like, you didn't learn it the first time, you didn't learn it the second time, now the third time and now he's going to do the same shit against the Pistons, too. He's going to have a whole bunch of times where he's ball watching, not boxing out, not trying to get a rebound, right? It's one thing, usually, if you're a player who ball watches and actually chases the rebound, it's one thing for someone to box out and not chase the rebound. Some players do both, right? But if you literally sit there, do not even try to chase the rebound. Do not try to box out. And you just stare like this, waiting for someone else to get the rebound and for y'all to get out in transition and then to throw the ball out to you. That's just whack. Like, that's just a waste of a body on the court. That's just a waste of a body. A little shot like right there. They think that's me makes up for it. That's a sad thing about it. Be like, that's me, that's on me. It's on nigga. The point to accountability is for you to go and change your action in the future so you don't make the same mistakes again. And so we don't get burned on the same shit again. Right? That's the purpose to accountability. Right? Accountability doesn't matter unless you take it and turn it into action. If you simply just say, oh, that's on me, I don't give a fuck about your word. What are you going to do through your actions? What are you going to show me through your actions? Right? And now this play by Jordan Poole, right? Like I said, he has not taken no open threes, right? In the course of 2 games that I watched, no open threes that he took, right? So Kuzma, kick, right? Pass gets thrown. DiVincenzo has to make this closeout. He can't see Poole at this point in time, right? Poole catch, shot, contested look, rush look. But he could turn that into an open look, right? If he simply does this, right? Kick, right, pass. Where's the space? And where can I move the ball into space? Deeper in the corner, right? If I know I want to shoot this, I now must find space, right? So instead of just staying here and hopping maybe a few inches to the right, I get into more of a lateral movement, a cross step, right? Where I go left foot over that right foot, get deeper into this corner and shoot that shot, right? I know Kuzma's filling out, but Kuzma, right? He's not going to contest you. Keep your concentration on the rim. Boom, shot, open look, right? Way cleaner look than that hand right there. So it really boils down to another concept that just lies within all players, all spot-up players. Move into passes, and if you move into passes, it'll turn that contested look into what could be an open look. And I literally have a clip on that in my, if you want to go watch it, it's in breaking down Kyrie and Luka, right? NBA's most skilled backcourt ever. I think that's titled some shit like that, right? Just go to my videos. There's a clip towards the end with Kyrie where he turned a shot that should have been heavily contested into an open shot, literally right here, like in the right corner, by just going into space, right? Instead of just staying in the same spot or moving very minimally, to where now I'm completely open instead of being in a spot to be contested. All right, little things like that, little details like that will make all your looks way different. But also realize this is not even taught at levels. Like, people don't even teach, move into your pass to make the shot open, right? Don't even teach you how to move with the ball to then operate according to spacing. You don't really see that, but that's a conversation for a different day. Right? Now, peep this play with Poole, right? Tyus Jones out on the break. They got 3 out the play, right? 3 players out the play. Now, boom, running lanes. Poole and Avdia ended up running the same lane, right? So ideally, you'll think, oh, this is going to be easy for the defense to guard. 2 people, 1 spot, only need 1 defender, really, right? But ultimately, right here, Jordan Poole, okay, good job not shooting that. I'm really surprised he didn't think of shooting that initially, because you know the type of filter he has on the shots. He's going to see, oh, I have a player in front of me right here screening. Let me dribble a few more times to the left and have an open shot. But good job making this pass down the middle to Gafford. You know what I'm saying? Make those basic reads, man. Simple Poole. Like Jay said, you need to be simple Poole, bro. We need simple Poole. And another time, Jordan Poole does just doing some good off-ball movement, right? Notice his off-ball movement, right? Boom, cut. Clear out. Forces Jalen Brunson to step over, right? Bringing in help. That's gravity off the ball. Not a lot of people even think about that. I make a cut, I pinch in help, right? Doesn't help directly now, but now DiVincenzo all the way over on help because now Poole has went to that left corner instead of sitting here on that baseline. Leaves because he's aware of the action. Now what ends up happening? Boom, kick to the corner. Might have been a travel. I don't know. Go ask a ref or just go rewatch that for yourself. I'm going to keep it pushing, right? Pump fake on Jalen Brunson. DiVincenzo takes the next pass thinking Jalen Brunson got that. He going to shoot it. But no. Now Poole is able to get down the lane. Easy layup. I love these buckets out of Jordan Poole. I wish he did this more. Trying to play off the spot up, keeping shit simple, not trying to do too much off the dribble and anything like that. Just getting straight to buckets. That's how we could average 25, 27 a game. Not doing all that dribble stuff, but just keeping shit basic and playing to what he's already really good at, which is moving off the ball. This right here. Hold on. Oh, this is a different play. Boom, right here. Okay, this is another good play too, though. This is a little representation of his skill, right? Boom, foul call. Just another representation of his skill. Something little detail, right? Little detail. Splitting gaps, right? We know he has all this talent. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. He said hopefully he gets some money for these ads pack. I click on them and skip. Hold on. I even peep. And I think this shit also turned off too. Give him some time to settle who be poor man's Bradley Beal before you know it. Poor man's Bradley Beal is crazy, bro. Poor man's Bradley Beal is crazy. That's insane. But whatchamacallit? This play right here on the skip. He never looked happy to get those simple buckets though. Cause all the pretty ones, he be so happy. He be so excited, so happy to get all of these easy buckets. But then when it comes down to this other stuff, when it comes down to the ones where he's just getting the score, it's like, damn, like what, like, oh, I just got a bucket, yo, it's cool. Not even understanding that this really builds his ego. It's like he takes those buckets as pity. Like, oh, I'll take it. Like, I'll take it. Nigga, this is all you get. You better be grateful, bro. You better be grateful. This is all the buckets as to what you get. So you better be grateful when you're getting these buckets, bro. But look though, right? Look at this little split, little detail, right? This shows Jordan Poole's awareness as a ball handler, right? Navigating through gaps. So boom, Hartenstein steps up, right? Him stepping up now leaves us opportunity in the gap for him to split. But notice where he's gonna position the ball though, right? On this split, right? Notice, where is it gonna stay? In that left hand. Uses that right to hold off McBride, right? Look, notice what he's gonna do. I need to replay this back a little slower. But look, half speed, right? Gets left, boom. Left hand, the ball stays in, boom. 2 taps, right hand holds off McBride. So now the ball is protected the whole time. Now I'm able to get down the lane, quickly stepping over, bad rotation. I get that foul. The skill is there, the talent is there, some of the awareness is there at times. If the spacing is proper, right, where he doesn't have to take into account so many variables. But it's about when you add in those variables, right? When you begin to put them in new situations is where it gets a little tough. It's like you don't appreciate basketball for it. It's like he appreciates the glitz and the glamour and not like the actual craft in itself. That's what it seems like. Let me speed this up as well. All right, boom. I got two parts I want to say about this play. Right? It's these plays that Poole really likes, right? Snatch back, boom, you create space. I don't really mind the shot. Me personally, I don't mind the shot. That's a clean look, right? Misses that. It's about this next one that's going to occur, right? When you end up getting this opportunity now, where you got Hartenstein guarding you, this is a cookout, right? No need to do all those pivots, right? Get into spacing, go and attack. That's what you should do. But notice what he's also going to do, right? Because he does have some sort of awareness, right? He knows he has his mismatch, waiting for Koulibaly to clear out. So he has a way to go right with Kisper in the right corner, and he could be able to go left, right, and have more of a gap, right? But he's reading his help, watching him this whole time. Fournier goes and doubles, which is why he didn't make that go move so early, right? So now, boom, I now just swing. Let me just make the right play. Avdia, great dart to the corner, seeing quickly on help. Kispert, boom, great shooter, knocks it down. That's the little shit as to which he's got to be able to apply, be able to remain consistent, and apply that level of thinking to all plays. Well, I just realized this too, Avdia. I don't know what he was thinking. Ah, damn, look. Oh, shit. I know he's mad as shit. I know he's mad, bro. Oh, my gosh. Because, look, I think Avdia was way ahead of the field. He was way ahead of the field, right? Because he understood numbers. He understood the numbers that they had on this left side, right? And how the defense was stacking up, getting back in transition to where nobody was matched up. He understood that, right? And so you see Avdia calling for the ball right here, right now, right? It's because you see the floor and how it's spaced. You got Ball, you got Hartenstein getting to the rim, you got McBride kind of in no man's land, just waiting to do something, right? And so now Poole gets down the lane and he bets on himself, right? He decides to go and take that opportunity for himself. Tries to go and bump Fournier out the way, but understand the opportunities that he really has, right? Because throwing a pass to Avdia right here doesn't really make sense. It's about once you get down here and just being aware of where he is. Because if Poole decided to get into this middle and see, oh, Avdia here on this trail, you get into the paint, you could kick out 2-on-1 on this side, right? Boom, swing here, Randall might step up, or you may have the defender who's out this play trailing back, and now he could be able to attack. You have options, right? But ultimately, turnover by Poole. You had a much better advantage on this left side than you did going down this middle. And if you're going to do that right there, you better make it. You better make it. That's all it is. You better make it. Did he just look at the ref too? I just peeped that. Did he just look down at the ref? Like, he be talking to the refs about certain shit, but you got to get through that contact, bro. You got to get through that contact. And by the way, also, see, I forgot to say, I don't place the ads. This is automatic. He about to make Avdia anti-black. Anti-black is crazy, bro. Anti-black is crazy. But you did peep. It's been this way since the preseason. Avdia been like just like rolling his eyes at him. Like, he just don't like. He don't fuck with Jordan Poole with the type of dumb shit he be doing, right? Because Avdia low key he got game. I ain't gonna lie, Avdia got game. So like, remember in the preseason he had 40 in the Garden. He was hitting shots and Avdia was just tossing his hands up like, bro, like right here, like, you know what I'm saying? He already seen this shit. That's what's about to happen throughout the season. He may have had that one hot night, but he ain't let himself in that, like, that ego of, or that esteem of Jordan Poole, right? That belief of Jordan Poole get hot too and think, oh yeah, he's really good. Let's get the ball to him. He knows the dumb shit that he be on. They have been through training camp. He's seen all the plays, so like he's not deceived by that. But peep, hold on. This is defensively again. This is just terrible defensive effort, right? And this is going to translate on offense because your teammates don't trust you to guard, right? Screen happens. Does Jordan Poole ever play defense? Come on, man. Like, you try to flop, you died on the screen, and now boom, quickly gets down the lane, just float. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just terrible, like, effort, right? And then notice what he's doing here as well. I don't even want to peek this, right? Notice what he's going to do. Boom, he hit that shot. All right, he throws his hands out. All right, let's settle down. Settle down, right? If you want to settle the pace down, you get the ball yourself and control the pace by you having the ball, right? But what is going to happen? No contact, no bump, no nothing. Just run straight to the ball. Denied. You don't get the ball. Now, if you really want to control the pace, like I said, you'll get the ball yourself. You'll set yourself up. But he's not setting himself up. And so all the things Tucci's doing, all right, let's calm the pace down. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's get back down. You're not in control of that because your inability to get some separation so then you can be able to make this play and be able to control the pace. Ball goes to Avdia. Now I trust Avdia with the rock more than Poole even, right? That boom, and again right there. Why are you even talking to the ref about a situation like this? McBride's playing his style of defense. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why this gets him aggravated. Like, be any sort of bit of contact from the defender, refs don't call it, but Poole doesn't initiate any contact as an offensive player and understand you can leverage that, and then gets mad at the ref. You got to match that contact. You got to match that physicality, that aggression. And he just doesn't do it. And he gets mad when he doesn't get calls. And now, once again, this is the late clock situation. Once again, late clock situation, right? But this time it was a smart play because Avdia just had a whole lane to be able to get that too, right? That last one is low key comedy. I was just looking at trying to understand the little parts of that. Shit was hilarious, right? But look at this. Look at this now, though, right? Peep this, right? Looking at the clock, right? Waiting when to go. Kispert goes, boom. Now Poole, sprint out. He goes out to the corner thinking, oh shit, Miles McBride spins around. Oh, where can I find him? Doesn't see the ball anymore. That's why it's so important to be able to see two, right? See your man and see the ball. Because if you don't see one of them, you're going to get lost some way, somehow. Now, Avdia down the lane, boom, gets that too. So just understand, he also has gravity still. He still has gravity, right? Going around these off-ball screens, teams understand what he's capable of doing and that he can get high. It's just that teams aren't going to bank on the fact, right? You know, they're just, let's just hound him, let's just dog him, make him make bad decisions. He's just going to do some bullshit. He may have two highlights or one or two highlights, but that's going to be with 8 lowlights. And by the way, I was starting the stream, and one of the most searched things on YouTube when you put in Jordan Poole is Jordan Poole lowlights. That's like the 3rd, 4th most searched thing on YouTube, which is crazy. It's like when Russ was with the Lakers, and he had like when you put Russell Westbrook onto YouTube, you see Russell Westbrook bricks as like a top 3 search, or Russell Westbrook lowlights, or some shit like that. This shit is hilarious, bro. Poole's still young. He's only 33 years old, but he's like 23. I don't know if you typo, but he ain't not 33. With that mustache, he looked 33. Shit, with that mustache, he looked 33. Shit, that shit look ridiculous, right? But look, I want to show y'all a couple things on this play too. I want to show y'all. Literally, this is the difference between Poole 17 a game and Poole potential 30, right? 28 a game, right? I want y'all to see this. Now look, Poole switch on to quickly. You see this? Dribble, boom, size up, boom, give up. That's why he averages 17 points a game. All that dribbling shit, right? But look at this right here. Look at this go. Look what he's about to do now. Rip through, boom, foul. That's how he could average 27 a game. Keeping shit simple and condensed, right? Not doing too much. Just getting straight to his bread and butter because you're already so quick. You don't need those size ups, right? You just need maybe one, go. All right, he takes that away, counter. That's all you need. You don't need anything more than that. That's all he needs if he wants to be able to get buckets. Boom, smooth. Dying. But I think he bricked that motherfucker. I'm playing, yo. He looked 33 with that damn mustache. You need to cut that shit off. That shit sorry as hell. If you gave him a stubble, no, dead ass though. If you gave him a stubble, like a little stubble with that mustache, oh yeah, he look old as shit. He looked like an uncle. Look like an uncle in that motherfucker. No cap. But look at this though, right? Look at this. Peep this. This is how Jordan Poole could actually use some shit and get away with it. By making a read and saying, oh, where's the defense? All right, boom, I'm going to go make this move at this time and not trying to predetermine anything or do too much for no reason, right? This is a move that's smooth but necessary, right? It's a smooth and necessary, right? You get down here, in and out. You see Evan Fournier begin to step out, spin move other way, right? Understandable. Now you see 3. Now after you see 3, you get them all down. Hartenstein fell on the floor. Kick out to Gallinari. Boom, pump fake. Now reload. Shot. He misses that. But if Poole's simply able to shift his mindset from, I'm going to do this move, or, oh, let me do a little much here. Let me be flashy. To, let me just make the reads and allow my body to flow through instinct. That's when he's going to be able to get himself to that level where as though I'm efficient, right? I'm playing efficiently. I'm making the right passes, less turnovers, and I'm not looking so goofy, and I'm not the human low-light reel. Avdia, boom, right there with a rebound. I think this game about to be done. Bro, I got a clip of Corey Kispert, bro. At the end of this joint, this shit is so sorry. It might be one of the sorriest clips I've seen all year. Like, that shit was low-key comedy. It was low-key comedy, bro. It was low-key funny as shit. But look, Remember when I was talking about Jordan Poole setting up his angles, right? He creates no contact, right? Just runs off the screen with Josh Hart. Boom, Josh Hart now has a clean angle to be able to get over the top, right? Because what that's going to do now is give him less time to operate on that other side. And he did get tripped up, but if he set up his angles, he would be able to have this, right? Simply, look at this. Give this up. Walk down, get your shoulder into Josh Hart. You bump there. Now Hart is at the level or even underneath this screen, right? To where if he's going to try to chase over, it's going to take him more time. You have more time to where Hart is on that other side. Hartenstein is now in a worse position because he has to make a decision as to where, do I just take this away? Do we just switch? And Hart takes away Gallinari at the top, right? And now you may even have a mismatch. But instead, Hart ends up getting to the play. Ref misses up that trip and just think Jordan Poole is just doing some sorry shit again and just doesn't call that. Then this. Those just hurt, bro. Those just hurt. It's like, damn. It's like, shit. Like, oh, man, bro. It's just like, when you accumulate all the bad plays already, this turnover is just like, really? He's just doing more sorry shit. But in reality, those should be the residual turnovers. Those shouldn't be the ones where you have to look at and say, ah, damn, that's so sorry. Why'd you do that? Now it's just more so, damn, he just did another one of those plays. You know what I'm saying? And that single time of game for sure. It's almost midnight here in London, so I'm going to catch you in the rest of the vibe. Appreciate you. Hey, no problem, no problem. I ain't know you in London. I be trying to stream at this time to where y'all could be able to catch. All people around the world could be able to catch. Because I know y'all be coming from different areas and shit. But here. You see how we got, so like, he barely did a setup. All he did is a little juke move, right? Look. Understand Jordan Poole's quickness, right? Like, I don't think he ever understands this, right? I don't think a lot of us understand how quick Jordan Poole is, and this is how he could leverage defenses, right? Put him in bad positions. Boom, step out, backdoor. He's gone. He didn't even need to make no contact, no off-arm movement. Quick little juke, I'm gone, right? If he just simply leverages his speed, right, uses that to his advantage, instead of trying to use the dribbles and the size ups, then that's how he could be efficient, right? That's how he could actually be a threat. Just keep shit simple. Just use your speed. He needs to learn to trust his teammates. I think he needs to learn how to see his teammates. I don't think it's that he doesn't trust them. I think he just gets in a position to where he could possibly shoot or score, and then he decides to say, "Oh, I'm gonna keep this for myself. I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna keep this for me." You know what I'm saying? Like, he decides to do something like that. This one here though. Remember what I said about contact? Look, understand his angles, right? Jordan Poole off the screen. Now, attacking this gap right here, notice where he's going to end up. Right there. Is that a good angle on the backboard for a shot like this against a bigger defender? No, it's not. You're going to have to make that straight rim. You need a really good touch, right? And so in a situation like this shows Jordan Poole is scared of contact, because contact is what you must seek for you to get yourself a better angle. And if he does seek contact here, instead of trying to get through the gap, right, you're able to bump into Julius Randle. Boom, I get the foul. And also I get a better angle on the glass to where I could get it and one, right? That ball being extended all the way out here outside my frame, right? That shit's going to allow me to be able to get a good look off. And even though I get bumped in the body, I'm able to get up here, boom, shot. So, something that he's just missing when in terms of just playing overall in general. That lack of seeking contact. You boom, put that right there. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right, boom. All right, now we got this Pistons game. Now, we just watched that Knicks game, right? We seen how he was not able to score against a top 7 defense. Now he's playing a bottom 7 defense, right? And now it's going to be the same problems. This is a Jordan Poole's problem. This is all him. This is all self-inflicted, right? Nothing to do with any of his teammates. It's just him. So now, boom. right there. You thought your reads were done? No, they weren't, right? They were not done. You still have more reads to go, many reads to go, right? So Tyus Jones in the middle, boom, back door on Thompson. Now you get here, right? You're not worried about these players behind you because you know I got past them. You're worried about Cade. Boom, you fake out Cade. But even after you fake out Cade, you have another level of help, which is the rim protector in Duran, right? So you can't just think, oh, I'm a fool. I'm going to get past this first level. I'm going to get past the second level, and I'm good. Because there's a third level to that. You got to get past the third level as well. Now right here, pretty sure he travels on this. I think he traveled, right? Boom. Tough, right? This is not even anything like, oh, you got to fix this. Oh, you did something bad. This is just more so a concept I want to speak on. Once again, I like to bring up concepts back up every now and then for new people to hear, right? And so playing off the triple threat, especially off the spot up, right? When you're making these quick shifts and these jabs off the catch, right? One thing you really want to emphasize as a player is this foot right here and your ability to remain on the ball of your feet, which is why calf strength is, your calf strength, right? And then your ankle strength is so vital, because the second you begin to take a jab like that, if that foot isn't strong enough to stay in place, it's going to shift and you're going to get called for a travel, right? So really make sure you're strengthening your calves, your peroneal muscles, your tibial muscles, to where your ankle joint is strong. Also, your foot becomes strong, your calf is strong, so you're stable. And once you decide to make that shift through your frame, now you're not moving that foot, right? It's just the jab, and that's it, right? No travel. You're firm on it. Also, I want y'all to peep this. Look, I want y'all to peep this. Hey, Asor been going crazy low-key. I peeped this game on. He was low-key doing his thing, right? Look, Asor on the lob. Boom, dunk. Inbound by Avdia, right? Now, look. He threw the pass. How did he get faked out? How? How did he lose sight? What? Why did he? What's going on? I don't get it. Why is his hands on his head? You seen him? Look, I don't. Pass gets thrown. What happened? I can't make this up, bro. I can't make this up. Bro. He's a human low light reel, bro. He's a human low light reel. And then boom, they end up getting it too. They down 10-2 to the Pistons early on. They end up winning the game, but like little plays like that, it's like, what? Did you get faked out by the inbounder? I don't know. I don't know. Couldn't tell you, bro. I really couldn't tell you. I really couldn't. This was another solid attack. I ain't gonna lie, the finish was bad. He got bailed out. But what happened prior to and be able to get himself 2 spots was good. Right? For the most part. Right? For the most part. Because notice that he's actually doing some of the shit that I was saying. Right? The contact stuff to get yourself open. Right? Asor being physical. Now you get here. Now you separate with your arms a little bit. That stuff is what's going to get you open. Right? Put defenses in bad positions to where these reads that you got to make next are easy. Right? And now at this point, right hand whole way through. I can't bring it to that left because Ivy. Right? If I bring it to my left, Ivy's going to strip it. So I'm going to bring it to my right where Thompson's still behind me. And now, boom, he goes to that left hand, which is a terrible shot. Defense with a bad contest and gets bailed out. Now he gets free throws. And also peep right here too. I'm telling you, he don't be taking no open shots. I don't know if that was blocked. It was not ruled as a block. And I don't even know if it was a block at all, because usually they would call that shit. But I think he's developed a stigma, right? This is low-key is gonna sound crazy, but I think the refs have developed a stigma when it comes down to Jordan Poole, that he just does a lot of sorry shit, right? To where he shoots a shot like this, and even if he airballs this, right? They think he's just straight up airballs and doesn't even consider the fact that it may have been tipped. If Luka shot that or Steph shot that, and they seen that result of the shot, they're gonna say it's tipped and keep the ball on that side. But it's Jordan Poole, and they're like, yeah, he just be doing sorry shit. Forget about it. Forget about it. Let's keep it pushing. Another solid look. Simple plays. I just wish he did this more. Right? Boom, cross screen, catch, chase over, drop coverage. I attack the drop. get myself in a position where I force the big now to make a decision. Now, pump fake, boom, step through, shot. Right? Did he travel? Right, left? Yeah, he traveled like a motherfucker. Regardless, though, bucket. I just realized, oh, them feet look a little weird. You're brutal, but I love it. Hey, that shit be the truth.
What's up, baby?
What it do,
That shit be the
baby?
truth.
Yeah, you already know.
Hey, that's a follow off of Twitch. That's a follow off of Twitch. I still have them noties on here. That was a follow on Twitch. I need to make sure I throw that shit in my bio. Hey, I wouldn't be able to do anything but say it the way I'm saying it. You know what I'm saying? But right here, damn, that's tough. Like, you gotta understand, what battle should I fight? Which ones can I get through? And right, can I be able? Is there a better option available? Let me put it that way. Is there a better option available? Right, to where, as a player, you can't literally think this entirely through, but you can kind of understand for the most part, right? What's gonna go on, right? Catch, boom, cut. Defender leaves me. Now I'm dealing with help. Cade Cunningham steps over. You may think I could get a foul or I could be able to get through his contact, but at the same time, what you also have is 2 on this weak side, right? And so now ultimately, if you know you're not this level of finisher to where you can hang through these bumps, right? Or if you just see as though, all right, let me get my teammates engaged or something like that, and let me not necessarily think too much for me, right? But it really boils down to self-awareness, right? Can I get through these contact? Can I get through this bigger player and be able to finish, right? And not try to expect the whistle, right? Because also, Jordan Poole, understand his self-awareness in these situations, right? Like I said, he hasn't been getting many foul calls, right? And since he hasn't been getting many foul calls, should I come here and try to bank on the fact I'm gonna get a foul call with Cade Cunningham and think I'm gonna be able to finish over him? Or should I just be able to get this to the weak side where it's 2-on-1? Ivy has to guard 2 over it. This is the 20 feet. Pick which one you want to go with, right? One seems like poison, the other one seems like a potion. So I don't know why he looking like this. Just zestab, bit? Just zestab? I don't know why. Just look dumb zesty, bro. Hold on. Why he looking like that? Look, Jordan Poole bump, hang, look, brick, another low light. But look at the ref. Why he looking like that? Just zestab, bro. Just dumb zesty, bro. Why he looking like that? Oh my gosh. Do I need to play this? That shit. Come on, man. That's your first look from 3 of the game. That's the first look from 3 of the game. And this is the one that's taken. And just understand time and place, right? Understand time and place. 22 on the shot clock, right? Transition. Handoff. You shot maybe 1 or 2 shots that were inside the paint this whole game. You made maybe 1 or 2 free throws, right? And this is the 3 that you end up taking. This is the one that you take, right? He has not taken no catch and shoot jumpers this entire time I watched this shit happen, right? He's taken a couple, but they're no real quality looks, right? Like I said, Steph gets more open looks than Jordan Poole. That just tells you you're doing something wrong. Tells you you're doing something wrong, man. And now right here. Look, how many lowlights is it gonna take for you to get this one highlight, bro? How many lowlights is it gonna take, bro? Hold on, just peek, just watch this right quick, bro. Watch this, just watch it. Jordan Poole, all right, let me cook. Boom, snatch, touch earth, right? Loses the rock. Team bench clapping over here. But how many lowlights did it take for him to get that one? We've probably been through 30 clips, right? 25 clips, and now we finally got an actual highlight. That's what people see. This is the misconception, right? Now you could actually be exposed to the fact that he's more in the limelight on his own team. You could see more of the lowlights, but even when he was in Golden State, this shit was happening a lot too, right? For all them goddamn turnovers, all them bad shots, you're gonna end up getting these sometimes, but reality is not worth it unless you just play to play pretty. This right here, that's what Jordan Poole needs to do. If he actually wants to score, This. I don't, like, when you really think about it, right? Really think about it. Really think about Jordan Poole, right? Really think about Jordan Poole's game. If Jordan Poole begins to do this, catch, go downhill, use speed, boom, leverage the fact that defenders can't stay in front of me. How many points could he really average, bro? Let's be honest, right? Because not many players could keep up with him. The speed that he has, boom, instinct, find the arms, broke their base, I'm drawing fouls. If he just simply uses speed instead of trying to rely on dribble package and size ups and tweens and the pretty stuff, he's scoring 25 a game. Easy. 25 a game, easy. Or 24. 24 a game, easy. This is where he fucking up. Look, this is the difference. This is the difference. Again, you're trying to bait us to bet on him scoring. Bro, you shameless? No, I'm not trying to bait you into betting on him. I'm just showing you a solution. Look, look, if you're telling me, I'm advising you, do not bet on Jordan Poole, right? Do not bet on Jordan Poole. I'm not doing some shit to try and bait you into betting on him. I'm telling you what could possibly occur from him to reach this level, right? That's what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you anything else, right? I'm just telling you what could happen, the solution to his problems. I'm not saying that he's going to do it, and I'm saying there's more of a chance as to which he doesn't do it because the framework and the mindset he doesn't have. He's already complacent. He's happy with his career. So why does he want to even do it? Why would he want to do more? One, and two, like I said, what's the odds that he has people in his ear telling him the shit that needs to get done? So it's getting low chances. If I'm playing the odds, that's very low odds because you see how many players do not pan out, and how many players do pan out. The players who don't pan out don't have the right people in their ear, right? And that's all the people we talking about, like James Wiseman. Right, we talking about all those bust players who are busts. You know what I'm saying? Marvin Bagley's, Anthony Bennett's. I don't even know if Anthony Bennett was talented. It was just a weak ass draft class. You know what I'm saying? Any player you think that may become a bust, they don't have the right people in their ear, right? And that odd of becoming a bust is much higher than becoming a player who's actually able to stick around and become something. So this is becoming incredibly frustrating to watch. He's been doing the same shit game in and game out. Jason, you talking about Poole or you talking about Fred VanVleet? You talking about Poole or Fred VanVleet? Look though, right? Look. Like I said though, this is exactly why Jordan Poole averaging 17 a game. Switch from Jalen Duren onto Isaiah Stewart, right? But watch what he's gonna try to cook. Watch what he's gonna try to cook. Has he boom jump up? That's way too much already. Way too goddamn much, right? What you literally should do right here, switch, back it out for a second, tack him full steam. How can he stay in front of you while maintaining a legal guarding position? Impossible. You may have him shaking and moving his feet all in the wrong spots, but what you're going to end up getting as a result of that play, shot by Kuzma, brick, right? Whereas if you took that on, just said, let me just go attack him, that's a bucket or it's a foul. Probably really be a foul. It really should be a foul. 2 free throws straight to the line. Like that. If he wants to really average a high number of points, that's what he should do. And also, I ain't gonna lie, Z, he said both. Hey, I was gonna say, Z, if Jordan Poole is watching this, I would be able to say, I'll be like, all right, go bet on him. Because he's aware of this. But he's not. Bro, you seen that shit? There's no way I was the only person who's seen that shit, right? I had to slow this down. This is another low light. This is a low key low light. Like I don't think some of y'all peep this, right? I don't think some of y'all peep this. Look at Jordan Poole. Look, did you peep that shit? I don't know if y'all peep that shit. Look, let's slow it down. Look, I ain't gonna lie, Jordan Poole must have lagged. Like his controller must have lagged for a second. Cause look, passes the ball. Charge. Oh, damn. Now he gives it up. You thought by you committing he was going to throw to the player that was running along the sideline? Come on, man. That's just, come on, man. Lock in, bro. Lock in. This one. I like this play. I already know what's going to happen. I like this play. Look, remember. Look at this. This is simple Poole. This is the Jordan Poole that can average 30 a game. Off a screen. He gets hit. Good angles. Floater. No dribble moves necessary. Ball in the rim. You know what I'm saying? That's all you need. You know what I'm saying? That's all you need. Boom. drive. Oh, damn, I don't like this play. I don't like this play at all. Look, I like the simplicity to start, right? I like the simplicity to start, but it's about the outlets that you leave yourself with after you have this attack, right? And the lack of control that he has, which now is going to put his teammate in a bad position, right? So now, repeat this. Jordan Poole, boom attack. Full steam down, right? 1, 2, now you're jumping off 1. And so now you have to do something. You can't bring it back to your right. Defender sitting there on your right side. And now you must throw the ball somewhere and find an outlet, right? So boom, let me throw it to you, Gafford. But throwing it to Gafford has now put him in a vulnerable position because he doesn't really have any space and doesn't know what's around him. So ultimately, turnover right there on Gafford after he makes that catch. But that was set up by Jordan Poole and him going into an attack uncontrolled. Oh yeah, this is the play. Okay. Yeah, this is the play. This is the play. This is the play. Oh, damn. Oh, damn, bro. That's just sad, bro. It's just like, really? Really, bro? You gonna do all this and get that? Like, look. I need to take y'all back for a second. I need to take y'all back. Where is that other play? I need to take y'all back. Because this is a vital play. Right, this is a vital play. This is a vital play. I need to take y'all back for a second. Where's that other play? This one. This one. Not trying to be grammar police, but I think you should change the description to has been able to translate. Bro, I was typing that shit. I was typing that shit so damn quick, bro. I didn't even care. I was trying to get the stream started. But look though, right? I want y'all to understand this dynamic that's going on between Jordan Poole and Cade Cunningham, right? This is all gonna set up everything. This is all gonna set up everything. He said, holy, look at this though. Michael, look. Jordan Poole, right? Boom. Makes Alex Burke touch earth. Look at Cade Cunningham. Talking, right? Boom. Shot. Looking at the bench. Cade's like, oh, damn. Now, let's look at this, right? Let's look at this. Where's this next play? This one. Right? Now look at this. Now look at this. Poole gets his catch. Switch on to Cade. You was talking shit on that sideline? All right, come guard me. Come guard me. Boom. Bump out the play. You out of bounds. I decided to stare you down and look pretty and everything. And now not only do I want to look pretty, I get stingy with it. Step through. What the fuck you thought that shit was? You should have just got the bucket. Made him shut up. Right? Made him shut up that last time. Make him shut up this time. Can't guard me. Right? But ultimately, he got too pretty with it, bro. Got too pretty with it. It's just, come on, bro. He sent that shit to damn first row. And that shit got distance on that motherfucker. That shit sent that shit 25 feet. It's sad, bro.
From Isaiah Stewart.
This shit went to the stands. I thought it was fucking. I thought it was that shit was sad, bro. Come on, man. I don't even know what he was trying to cook up over here. Oh, he tried to cook this up. Oh, he tried to cook this up. Dog, nah, his reaction, bro. Bro, look at this shit. Bro, I kid you not, bro. I can't make this up. This is the human low light reel, bro. Drive, boom, turbo, 2 dribbles, gets to a stop, right? Look at this shit. Stops. Look, hook pass, weak ass hook, straight to Thompson, and watch this shit. That nigga stupid as shit, bro. Oh my gosh, he's a human low light reel. It's insane, bro. It's insane. Oh, bro, that dumb shit be. And you remember that last game where he had that same pass, right? That same right hand hook pass like this. He just threw stationary and threw a turnover. He did the same shit again, bro. He did the same shit again, and then just threw out. Like, that would not reach Tyus Jones, right? Straight into his hands. That would have had to literally bounce on the floor. That shit would have had to bounce on the floor before it reached him, bro. That's ridiculous. Oh, right here. Notice this about spacing. Notice this. Notice this, right? So, hold on. All right, boom, here we go, right? Waves him up. Brings Jordan Poole up, right? Ultimately, you don't really do anything, right? Boom, elbows. Kuzma goes left. Avdia slips out. Terrible spacing, right? So now at this point in time, Avdia is not going to be able to do anything, nor is Poole, because they're both standing in the same spot. One person just needs to be cornered, right? If anything didn't happen, get right back to where you need to be, right? So ultimately, boom, you're able to get there and somehow get some sort of rotation, but that should have been an initial swing to this weak side and some sort of good look, some open shot, because you have one person on this left side having to guard two people. If you're space wing and corner, good luck for Thompson. Man, this is what happens with Ty Jones. Boom, shot. I think he misses it. Yeah, break that. Break that. Once again, Jordan Poole. You know what's the tough thing about that, Lay? This right here. The positioning of the ref. You don't really see this foul call get called. Like, you rarely see this get called, right? And it just shows you this is all about positioning, right? This shows you it's all about positioning. Because Poole is able to create space, sharp angle, curl this, but notice the positioning of the ref. He could see this entire off arm, right? And the fact that he could see it hold him off, now he calls that. Whereas other times you see players hold players off, lay right here, doesn't get called, right? But just literally the positioning of the ref. The ref seeing that, and low-key it being Jordan Poole. They don't fuck with Jordan Poole. You know what I'm saying? He just be doing a lot of sorry shit, talking a lot when he shouldn't be talking, just playing. So I think even he be hurting himself by talking too much, not just playing. Now right here, Poole. Okay. This one I hate. This one bro, oh my gosh. I know y'all already see it. Y'all must see it. Y'all must see it. Y'all must see it. There's no way y'all did not see that, right? Remember, I was like, Jordan Poole did not take no open shot this entire time, right? No open shot. Right? Look at this shit. This is really why he averaged 17. He be doing too much. Look at this. Catch. Why are you ripping through? You're butt naked open. The closeout is literally in the paint. Help is all the way in the paint. Right? So now you want to rip through, bump. You get down, you looking for a foul. Shoot the shot. You thinking way too far ahead. There's no way you just asked that question. There's no way you asked that question. There's no way you asked that question, bro. No way. There's no way. Right? Bro, there's no way. I remember there are conversations of, oh, Tyler Hero or Jordan Poole. I would still take Tyler Hero prior to. Even when Poole was with Golden State. But look though, right? This is what I like to see out of Jordan Poole. Playing with a purpose. Right? You know your reads. You know your commitments. You know when to make the reads. You go up in the air. You show the ball. Jump the pass with a purpose, right? Jump the pass with a purpose, right? You know the fact you got Kuzma running down the rim, right? So boom, you jump, get Cunningham to jump. Now you drop off right behind, lay right there by Kuzma. Simple plays. Poole, y'all are trolling. You're trolling, Jason. Jason, you're trolling. You're trolling. You're a troll. You're just trolling. Look at this shit, though. I got another possession. Look at this, though. Hold on. I need y'all to peep this to start. Look-y. Peep this to start. Look who Poole is guarding, right? 25, right? Poole is guarding 25. Shot goes up. Boom. Now he gets this. All right. Poole still up here guarding the same player. He should be guarding the same player, right? Kuzma, match. Poole, match, right? But guess what? Drive baseline, Poole. How do you get backdoored this bad this many times? How? I don't understand it. When are you going to learn? Fuck the... My bad. Fuck that shit. When are you going to act? That's the shit that be annoying, bro. All levels, all players. And look though. Look, this is ridiculous. This is how I know the refs don't be fucking with Jordan Poole. That's how I know they don't fuck with Jordan Poole, right? On Stewart grabs him. He's flailing a little bit, flopping a little bit, right? Look what's about to happen. Look, ref calls a foul. Guess who he calls a foul on? Jordan Poole. Why? How? I don't get this. I literally don't get this, right? Arms caught up. Stewart literally pushes him. And guess what the ref ends up doing? Calling a foul on Jordan Poole. And he's absolutely absurd. Go back. That doesn't make sense. That absolutely doesn't make sense. So now he talking this shit. He ends up getting the tech. And that's the last we're going to see out of Jordan Poole in this game for the Washington Wizards. That's tough. Early Houston Hardy. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. Look. This is the play I was talking about. This is the last clip I got. Watch Corey Kispert. Bro. I'm sorry. I had to throw this in. Bro. This is comedy, bro. This is low-key comedy. I just got to look. Look at the head start. Look at the head start. Look at this. Look at the gap, right? Look at the gap. Corey Kispert runs the ball down, picks it up, sees the trail, right? 1, 2. Beat that shit off the glass. That's just like, bro, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, gang, why did you time up your steps so then he could just beat your shit? And it's like, could he have even jumped higher, right? Can Corey Kispert dunk or anything of that nature? Like it just, this looks so unathletic. It made me question, like, yo, what the hell, bro? That's some shit you see in high school, bro. That's some shit you see in high school, and they got dummy hype off that weak ass layup, bro. I wouldn't even get hype off that pin for real. That shit was so easy to get, bro. You said early Houston Hardy defense right there. Hardy would get backdoored so much, but you see the difference is though, right? The difference is Hardy gets backdoored, right? Hardy gets backdoored, and what ends up happening is that when Hardy would end up getting backdoored, he would go back and score. Jordan Poole doesn't go back and score. Hold on, I just seen the chat. Someone sent the chat. I don't see it in the joint. It's on the screen, but not right here in the chat. Hold on, you said I can't even see. He said some shit about NBA players. Boom. I can't even peep it. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know why buddy message ain't pop up in the chat. I don't know. Maybe they hid your shit. I don't know what's going on, but I couldn't see your shit right now, right just then. But I'm about to slide out. I don't know what I'm gonna do on Friday. I don't know what stream I'm gonna have on Friday, but I had some ideas. I had some things in mind, like Chet or some shit, or just whoever player may go off. I'm gonna just peep that. So stay tuned. Make sure you got the noties on. Make sure you go peep the other videos that I posted. Make sure you join the Discord pinned in the chat where I put the workouts to the type of shit I'll be talking about. Was definitely the funniest game I've seen in a minute. That shit was dumb sorry. It was one of the sorriest games I've seen in a minute. Like it was low-key tough watching it, but I didn't have to watch the whole thing. Poole only played 25 minutes. So it's not like I was sitting there and had to watch it the whole way through, which would have been extremely difficult. So yeah, though, I'm gonna let y'all know what type of stream we have on Friday, and make sure you sacrifice your present self and invest into your future self, and you do everything you need to do to be able to get to where you want to go. So discipline or regret.